Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming lights and bright stars?
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom, oh man, the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Good morning.
These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we but he's lost on the river. Never went without, never had them cold shivers. Had a silver spoon, always warm in the winter. Drive a fancy car, never had to kill a standard. No bloody hands, never really had a backbone. Never been too deep down the back road. Never showed no respect to a flagpole. Come on, city boy, just another punk asshole. Me and mine, we gon' make it through them dark days. So take your ass on back down to Park Place before you end up in the deep end where them hungry ass sharks stay. We go hard all day. Been here, done that, that's a given. Outback, guns out, country living. If you doubt that, find out, come and get it. We ain't going nowhere, but I'm about to go swimming. These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we won't wash to the shore or sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before and we can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on.
Won't you take me back to the old days? Just horses and a wagon, shotgun shells and wishing wells, and you could hear them pistols blasting. Better give them hell, but live to tell. Let's write another chapter. We just want our country back, and we gon' get what we after. In them pastures, in them fields, we the ones that keep it real. You come snooping around here, that'll probably get you killed. Cold steel under cold skies, a rebel soul from the old times, like Jesse James and those guys. I'm watching you with both eyes. I ain't telling no lies. If you wanna come and get it, backwoods country living, shotguns and ammunition, whiskey drinking, steady sipping, saying to hell with the system. I've been living at the bottom, so I'm about to go swimming. Y'all can hate it or you can love it, but I promise we ain't budging. If them boys looking scared, someone probably told them we coming, so y'all better get to running, but don't head for them hills. That's where the hell we living. Round here we keep it real, boy.
These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we won't wash to the shore or sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before and we can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on.
I guess y'all could hear this. Hell, I'm sorry. I hope that didn't mess up everything. I'm just like here, not here. So morning, everybody. Sorry if I don't go down the roll call. I apologize. You just have to overlook me. Hold on. I was going to send out the link to some in case. Hey, my bad. So, sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on outside too, because it's still raining, lightning, still thundering. And here, I don't want the glare to get none of y'all, so heaven forbid I should chase you away. Well, the missus is not here anymore. She's evacuated, so she took a boat over to the main road. So she is, I don't know. It's kind of a joke. She's with her parents. She's at her parents' house. She was like, oh, no. And I go, watch. It's all going to work out fine. Because that's just something I laugh. I've had for decades. I'm like the unifier. I can bring multiple people that don't like each other and don't get along, but somehow they can focus their hatred to me or dislike and they get along. So I figure today they'll all meet up and they'll all have a good old time. I even told her, going, hell, you're going to probably get to see little man. I ain't going to get to see him. So it just kind of, I don't know. It's just funny. But anyway, yeah, she evacuated over there. So she'll be over there. Don't know how long. So me and Rudy just hanging out here and the chickens. So, and I figured I'd just do an update. So it's an update. It's raining pretty good. It's supposed to rain all day. It's a little nerve wracking. Not because I'm not. The only thing that bothers me is the whole house. That's notice that there's another leak over here that's starting to show because it's just been raining so much. So there's a spot that's gotten damp up there. I don't like that. Wasn't a good sign. And you can hear the creaking. And you hear creaking on the side that's already a problem. That's just so man, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. That's the way I just ain't no point in panicking. I've really come to terms in the past day and a half. Ain't a whole lot I could do. So it is what it is. Chickens are fine. I mean, it sucks for them right now because like the ones in the big coop where they're sitting, the water has just flowed right through. So they kind of unfortunately have like a little mud hole. The little coop isn't as bad, although it's still, they, right hell, I could do this. Just need to trim it down a little. So give me a minute now. I don't know, corn pop. You don't actually have to drop the drawers, but if that's what gives the breeze, because sometimes the boys just need a fresh breeze of air. So I got you there. So that's what the coop looks like right now. So you can just see it's muddy underneath. I tried to put some boards, but it washed the boards away. So, but they're doing. So far, still kicking. And by the way, more than everybody, I'm damn rabbit. Yeah, it's crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. It's bad timing. We're at a level 1 alert, which is basically the maximum. And we oh shit, corn pop, we're under a mandatory evacuation all down here. We're yeah, down here. We're on a level 1 alert, which is basically hazardous, life-threatening conditions, all that good fancy foo ha ha stuff. Not downplaying that by all means. Everybody should be taking this serious if you live down here. So I just Oh man, Corn Pop, you ought to hear some of these people up around here. My God, they're freaking out. They're like, oh my God, it's never done this before. It's like, wait, how long have you been here? Well, I've been here 2 years. Okay, well, it's happened before. So, the world just didn't get created in 2 years ago. But hopefully, once again, this will be like a unifier. Maybe it'll bring people together. I don't know. Me, all I know is I just watch for these little, it's like I laughed and told the missus, they declare these mandatory evacuations, and it's like, so it's kind of like the gun laws. It's almost like they figure if they say this, that then people would break in houses and burglarize shit and steal shit, and dope heads and stuff that's stealing, jacking people's shit. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, no, we don't want to go in there. That's under a mandatory evacuation. Those people all had to leave. Don't need to go rob their shit. That's not a safe zone. We need to go over here where there are. What? So I'm like, shit, man, you declare mandatory evacuation. All that does is mean I start fucking firing up all the fucking cameras and I watch everything. Your ass ain't coming up on me in no four-wheeler or some boat or some shit. What is the highest water that could actually get? Oh, well, I mean, it's got that whole area down there. Like what y'all saw. Somebody might do some more drone footage today. None of this would have happened if you had kept me. That was the curse, wasn't it? It just, yeah. This happens. I mean, it didn't have to happen per se. I mean, we would have, because it's just a lot of rain. And man, as long as no hurricane, see, this is kind of what went down a few years back when the house shifted, because it rained like this and it did this, and then it kind of lulled out, and it was like, oh, and then that hurricane came in and brought more rain, only strong winds. Well, then everything was saturated and soaked, so it started raining more, and then when the wind come, that's what moved the house, and it was like, ah, shit. So I don't know. She's got her clothes. She'll be doing her thing. They'll actually all. I ain't sweating nothing. I'm on a knoll. So where I'm at inside it, I mean, I'll just end up with a big moat around me is what'll happen. That's basically what's happening right now. I'm just getting an established moat all around me. So flat bottom boats in and out. Okay, I hate the word mandatory, right? Yeah, as soon as the sun comes up enough and get daylight, the cameras will kick out of night vision. Right, Rabbit, that's pretty much no, Monty. You know what? BB got deported. BB couldn't assimilate. So BB got deported. I didn't notify Homeland, so they didn't ship him, they didn't give him no cards or cell phones. I just called his handlers and he got deported. No, he went back to Nikki and Jeremy. It's about the best solution I could come up with. Just returned him to where he came from. It's taken a little while for him to be adapted back into the clique, but I think he's getting there. Morning, Miss Meadow. Yeah, and good morning, everybody. I'm sorry if I don't address you. It's not. Oof. Yeah, this has been crazy, man. And like I say, my only thing, I just hope the electricity. It's going to suck if we lose electricity, because then I got to try to move these little chicks outside. at least onto the porch so they can get fresh air. And then me and Rudy will just have to, I don't know, we'll hang out for a little while here while it stays cool. Once it starts getting all that hot, humid shit, then we'll just end up out there in the car or something. Actually, I can spray off on myself, and then the mosquitoes will leave me alone as poor old Rudy gets eaten up by mosquitoes. So hopefully everybody else is. I know Rabbit and Hutch and them, y'all in Missouri are getting it. Oklahoma's getting it. I think Arkansas. I don't know how far up this shit really goes. Did you see what Elon Musk proposes on people that want to tear down the American flags? No, I didn't. Man, I ain't been paying attention to a whole lot of nothing except for the shit around here and just kind of. As long as the wind doesn't come, we ought to be all right. I think we can maintain electricity if the winds don't come. Because the way we're laid out, we go down southeast is the feed lines, and they go over the river. Feed lines cross the river, but as long as the winds don't kick up. But yeah, not sure quite what this is going to do. This is going to, dude, there's just so many people now too that are just no homes, which me and the miss were talking, actually, because, and I don't know if I was telling y'all how that apartment complex caught fire. I think I did that. Didn't I do that on a live? I don't know, man. Time's just starting to merge nowadays. What's up, Mike? Eric? But it's they're in the town that's about 20 miles north, basically what we would call our big town. It's just not a big town, but it's only a few thousand people, but it's a big city. They flooded, and when they flooded, they had some apparently electrical short type shit go down in an apartment complex, and it ended up catching that apartment complex on fire. I don't know how much has gotten destroyed from that, because we're not, like around here, we're not set up on the big city level. So like the whole ladder trucks with nozzles and shit, aerial sprays. We don't, I mean, that shit would have to come down from up in Lufkin or come up from Houston. Well, hell, we got highways that are flooded. So I don't know, man. And you figure those people, your shit catches fire. Well, like Kissoff knows, you lose everything. I mean, it's just a pile of ash. One thing about people, like, I get it, and I feel for people that are flooded out right now, but you at least have a piece of property to go back to when it settles, and you'll probably have some wooden structure left. You're going to lose pretty much everything else, but like if you have trailers, if anything metal, if it can get wet and still be salvageable, you'd have it. But a fire removes everything. You ain't got nothing left but ashes. And so those people, that's a few hundred people. And then you got this shit all down south that's going, man, it's just gnarly as shit. So, nope, got Hutch back here. There he is.
What up?
What's up, man? How's that? Is it raining on you?
Not yet. It rained yesterday a little bit, but it's still wet, so it's cold as shit. Am I 5x5? Am I glitchy? Can y'all hear me?
A little glitchy, but can hear you.
I got a video loading. It's at like 70-something%. So I think
yeah.
Kind of dragging that.
Okay, Rabbit says National Weather Service is showing more storms headed from Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, and Missouri right now. Definitely building up again. Yeah, see, that's what worries me, man. Because all that shit that's hitting y'all comes back down here. So It's like as this shit sweeps over to the northeast, it's like, yay, it passed. It's like, oh no, just give it a couple of days because here it comes because they're going to open those dams. They're going to keep them flowing.
It's that time of year. Everybody's about to get flooded at least once somewhere around the country.
I just want the house to stay up. I'm not prepared to deal with that.
If you don't get through a tree, it won't move anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going to float far because we got some trees. So but it'll once this thing touches the ground, life is just that's a whole. I don't know. I can't even say what I'd probably. I could entertain the idea of going. So I'm in this particular moment's life scenario. Hey, wow, I've always kind of wanted to do this, just never wanted to pay the price. Oh, damn, I guess I'm going to have air conditioning and some 3 squares a day. Okay, well, that solved the housing problem. It's like...
That's what happened to a big chunk of the money from selling the bike last week. That's pretty much how it was. It's all shit you can't really see, but you're like, oh, damn, every bit of money is gone. Something that should probably been done a couple years ago. You know what I mean? It fucking sucks.
Yep. Later, coffee. And no Kim's.
What up, Monty? Metal? Miss Metal? Rabbit?
No homeowners insurance. At first, used to have renter's insurance because it was always under my parents, my mom and stepdad's name. But then when she passed, then it got put in my name, and it was like, well, ain't no point in paying renter's insurance because that shit don't fly no more. And for what they want of homeowners, it was like, no, that ain't happening.
In my younger days, the only time we ever got renter's insurance is whenever we were going to rob ourselves.
Right. Flood insurances. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I can't get flood insurance. I'm on a knoll. I won't flood. This house will not get under. If this house were to actually end up with water in the floor, it'd still be sitting like it is. Get water in the floor. That means, to be honest, you guys will all have known it because that means everything from around Goodrich, Texas, down to the Gulf Coast is pretty much a sheet of water, which would be all these little towns all the way through Beaumont. So you would definitely hear it all up on the news.
Is it just from too much rain, or do you guys got you got banks and levees breaking and shit, or is it just too much rain at one time? Just kind of.
It's the rain amount, and then it's the TRA, those bitches, and the way that they control that dam. Because Lake Livingston is a man-made lake. So the minute they dammed up and established that man-made lake, and it used to be, I think, one of the largest man-made lakes in the country. And of course, it's not anymore, but because we went and fucked other places up bigger than this now. But so what they do is they babysit, though, everybody that lives on that lake. So the water level from their docks, there's like literally a fucking authorized gauge. So like people that live on the lake, they have their piers and docks. It's like you don't let that water drop below a foot below that dock, and don't let it ever go over the dock. So what they'll do when this rain you guys get, it collects and hits that Trinity, and it comes on down, and as it feeds into the lake, and they go, oh no, we don't want people's piers, and wow, we should have let it down before, but then they just open all the gates up. Well, that's where we get fucked, because then we end up with mass water rushing down the river over there. And when you rush major amounts of water, you get an erosion. It will take things away. Well, the first time they did it back in 94, I think it was, it took off a whole road, dude. They literally went into panic mode. They opened all the gates. It was like, what? Dude, the water come rushing down. It literally, we used to have, like y'all saw the video of that one road that showed like this, and you could tell that the river was over there. There used to be a road that literally branched off of that one and then ran beside the river, dude. And there were houses. That water hit so hard, it washed that whole road and all that property off the first time. It basically Mother Nature
Are
says,
you what kind of soil do you got?
huh?
What kind of soil you got? You got
It's a
soil that'll soak up all water, or are you usually sitting on concrete to where it's just sitting there?
it's
Will it
kind
soak
of
into the
well, it's a
ground that
mix.
you got?
It's a clay sand mix. So it's
You
out
know,
of
last
clay
week we
mix.
had rain for probably 6 days in a row. I think we got like 4 or 5 inches in less than a week. And that shit.
Oh, look, T Girl says my sister used to live in Livingston. Yeah. Look, Mike, I realized that Livingston, you say I already know it's a problem, right? They just don't. Nobody took care of
Yes.
anything. And it's like I told these people here. This 2 major times this has happened. I mean, we've had the smaller, but we've had this major, massive flooding twice, and neither time nobody ever does anything after the fact. So it's like that channel but underneath that bridge. Okay, cool. You flooded it all out in '94. You knocked the bridge out. Corps of Engineers came in and built that concrete one. Did you do anything down creek from that? No, you never cleaned a thing out. You just built the bridge and moved on. So what happened when you did it a few years back? Oh, that's right. The water receded. You pulled a few logs out from underneath the bridge, and you never cleaned up anything downstream. It's like, so the more silt keeps getting washed in, the shallower that gets. So guess what? You end up with bigger flooded areas because it doesn't have as much room. And these people moving up out of cities are like, oh my God, what's happening? It's like, really? Did you think this bad shit didn't happen in the woods? A bear does shit in the
That's
woods.
because they don't infrastructure is not sexy enough for them to actually pay it. That's the problem with politicians. We already see that they don't know how to work a fucking budget. I don't know why we expect them to maintain things to be maintained. You know what I mean?
People don't stay in place too much anymore. I think that's part of a problem. You kind of lose track of maintaining and budgeting and running a household area type thing. If you just hop from one to another, you kind of lose some of that. So,
well, that too. You got the city council members and shit who are supposed to be voting to get this shit figured about with cutting off your 6-year-old's penis, or trying to do some fucking pro-Palestine homos for Hamas type shit. You're like, why are you spinning over there when you know we got a sewer pipe over here that's just spewing shit onto the preschool? You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
It makes no fucking sense.
Well, hell, matter of fact, isn't it your dude Josh that Holly that brings up? There's something about a school, and it was like some kind of dumping thing that they decided to do, but now it bleeds over to a creek that runs behind a elementary school or some shit. And
yeah,
I heard him addressing somebody in the committee going, look, I've been writing letters since I kind of been here about this. When are you guys ever going to address it? And that's what I'm talking about. Got to get people just to lock on like a pit bull.
Infrastructure's not sexy. Nobody gives two fucks about it. People don't really care about a bridge or a river or a dam until it breaks. And once it breaks, let's throw a quick patch on it, get right back to the shiny shit.
That's it.
That's how it's been for fucking years everywhere. Corps Engineers is a bunch of fucking retard sons of bitches. I don't know.
It's a government
title of being educated. Those two bitches.
What's up, C? Yeah, and by the way, the sand and clay, they will form hard. It really does. Like when this all dries and we go through our little drought summer shit, oh no, there'll be cracks. We go from flood hazard warnings to then breaking your leg because cracks in the soil type days. Like it can dry out so hardcore this summer that there'll literally be cracks that my chair tires will fall into because then that shit draws that.
Everybody that I met Well, everybody that I like that I missed hello. If I don't like you, you don't get a hello. Figure it out yourself. And it is fucking early. Jesus Christ.
Shit, I've been up and down all night just because, like I said, once they did that mandatory thing, man, and then I've noticed when we went down and she took the boat and went on over, and I kind of got to thinking, and I've been looking at some of the other people, and it's like, yeah, you know, some of you mofos, I don't know y'all, but y'all decided to stay up in here, and I just don't know where you stand. So I've been kind of watching. I almost feel like some little paranoid dude or something sitting there in the control room going, is that a movement? Did something just move over there? Yeah, Eric, didn't I show those yesterday? Or no, I didn't go live yesterday. The day before yesterday, Friday. Didn't I show them Friday? In chat, do y'all remember if I showed Eric's pictures Friday? I think I did. I'll show them again here in a few if you want me to. I don't mind. Ain't nothing but a thing.
Pictures up?
Yeah, he's got his flea market little spot, you know, his little vendor spot. And he had like pictures of the saw that he's got up for sale, some bags, some spools, some different slabs of wood. He's actually got some very cool slabs of wood. I'm like, shit, if they were closer, I'd try to grab a hold of them. They'd make cool plaques or mantles or something.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been to a good flea market in some years.
We got one over on 105. I haven't been in years, but it used to be a really badass one around here because it was kind of one of those big old collective, like the whole parking lot's like twice the size of a Walmart parking lot almost. And you just get people that sell everything from fucking mufflers off of a Honda dirt bike or somebody with a blender or an extra pallet of shingles. Or it's everybody takes their extras up there.
Yeah, my brother used to have a spot in Kansas City over in it's Raytown or Lee Summit. I forget which one comes first, but it's 63rd Drive-In. It's an old two screen drive-in and turned into a big ass flea market. Well, we hit up the yard sales. We used to buy like storage units and shit like that. So if you get like a whole bunch of the t-shirts and pants, you can Raytown, right? Yeah, right. You can sell those things all day long. You go hit up a yard sale and buy a whole box of just random ass clothes for $2 or $3. You can turn around and sell every single thing of that for 20 times your money. Because them the Mexicans and shit up there, boy, they love buying that used fucking clothing. They'll sit there for 2 hours going through a pile of t-shirts, nitpicking every single one of them. It's good fucking money though.
Well, dude, when you think about it, you know, we get so accustomed to the clothes around us, you know, like around here, somebody will see somebody and they'll say, oh, you know, they got that at Walmart because there's only one Walmart around here. So unless you go out of here or order it, you're pretty much getting the clothes from a boot store we got, and we got Walmart. You know, there's a couple of little clothing things, but most of the time that's shit, man. You go grab them bags because we got the Escapees Club. I think that's one thing that people around this county like. The Escapees Club, that's them snowbirds. That's the rich people with all the RVs that get to migrate, you know, and they go around the country in their little RVs. That's part of one of those groups. And, well, shit, man, those people sell off all kinds of crap, and it's still mint condition. They'll just go put it in their little resale shop, you know, $5, and you go, I'm sorry, that's a Cuisinart blender that's like $79.95. It's got the instructions and everything, and still, and the only thing you don't have is the box. And I'm like, we've been trying to keep an eye out for a pressure cooker.
Yep. Pressure cooker, hell yeah. We've been trying that air fryer. I'm not a fan. I mean, it works. I don't like them enough to buy one. I'll stick with the microwave or the oven.
We have one. She tried to do, because we thought, okay, we'll do this grease thing, you know, and with the fries and onion rings, that type of stuff, it's trying to cut down on all the oil. They just don't. I don't know, man. They just don't quite do it. And so either A, we just don't know the fancy way to do it, but they just don't. I don't know. They don't come out the same. I think you're supposed to. I told her going, well, I think you're almost supposed to mist oil on top of them and put them in that basket, and you're cooking them the same amount of time as you would anyway. So what's the difference?
And it just takes up unnecessary space. You just hit the button on the oven and throw that bitch in there or the microwave. I don't like replacing shit with other shit unless it's better. And the microwave and the regular oven work just fine for me. Ain't no point in taking up other space with unnecessary shit.
I already got the ovens right there. Might as well use it. No point in that. Now, I will say I do love toaster ovens. Toaster ovens are badass. I remember when we got our first one. And, dude, that was because my mom used to be real bad about, she would make big batches of like biscuits and shit. So then we would freeze them. She would just put them in bags and put them in the freezer. Well, in the morning, that was the routine. You'd get up and you'd pull out a few of them biscuits, cut them in half, put them in the toaster oven, dude, and then they would nice and brown up and crust over the thing, put some butter, boom, glass of milk, some biscuits. You're good to go.
Right. Well, somebody, you want a deep fryer or what is it, a pressure cooker or a pressure canner?
I think a canner would be better because you can just although I gotta say pressure cooker, I wish my mom's would still work, but dude, that woman did some badass ribs in them things. She would put them ribs in there and put some sauce and then close that lid on that thing and turn that shit on, and damn, come back and this shit just would fall apart as you're trying to pull it out of there. It's like, ooh, yeah.
The only time I've ever used stuff like that is like if I'm doing some kind of stew or a roast. That's really the only thing I'll put in, or maybe some pulled pork, some shit like that. That's really the only thing I'll use for like a crock pot type deal, pressure canner, cooker, whatever the fuck. It's all pretty much the same thing.
She said I need an Instapot. I've heard that name before, an Instapot.
They sell them at Walmart. I think the boy got one.
Is that the pressure cooker thing? Is the Instapots, or is that more like the crock pot type setup?
I'm not sure. I've never actually looked at the details on any of them.
Oh, and then Miss Mel said no, I wasn't using it right. I don't know, man. We tried.
I want to switch over to all cast iron. I just don't have any place to put it yet.
Can be all. Oh, so an Instapot can be all of it.
There you go.
Well, no,
they're pretty cheap, right? They're what, $40 to $70, somewhere in that range.
I gotta get a setup so I can make some money, take care of Rescue Hutch, take care of everyone. We'll check back later. All right, Eric. Hey, good luck on the sales.
Make that money, man.
It's all about.
Don't be afraid to show some skin. You know what I mean? Put on a little spaghetti strap, something, and shake it for them. Make you a couple extra dollars.
Entice them on in to the wheel.
Right. Put on some little Daisy Dukes and kick your leg out there like you're hitchhiking. Like, come on into my shop, guys.
So, oh, wow. Well, Grumpy's got all, he's like Instapots as a proof God loves foodies. But then Mrs. Metal, like a frozen chicken in the Instapot, what, 20 minutes done? No way.
See, I don't trust that. That's like when it comes to some of that shit, like chicken, you know what I mean? Like I prefer it to take a little bit longer because I get paranoid about undercooked food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm paranoid about chicken. Beef, I'm more prone to eat beef that I'm like, yeah, okay. But chicken, oh no, dude! If I even start to have an inclination, I might as well go ahead and find something else to eat because I'm not going to get over it. If something gave me that little feeling, it ain't going to go away. There's no point. I ain't going to try to mask it. I'm just going to be like, no chicken for me.
It's the same with pork. If I'm eating pork, if I'm the one cooking it, it's got to be damn near burnt because I just don't trust that it's going to be done right. Yeah. So I stay away from pork a lot because of that, because I just overcook it just for my own fucking paranoia. What up,
this was 20 minutes.
Oh well, I'm gonna keep it old school. We got an air fryer a couple years ago for like a Christmas present, but then we ended up giving it away. We only used it like 2 or 3 times. It's one of those fucking, you gotta pull it out of the shelf because we got the tiny house. I assume it would be the same if we had a regular size house, just another fucking appliance to pull out, plug in, set on the stove. Then you got to take it out there, wash it, take up the whole drying rack to let the fucking thing dry out. And you got to put it back on the shelf. You know, it's too much work.
It's too much work.
A friend of mine thought you could buy weed and coke from Instagram. You can buy anything you want. Hell, you can. The boys has been showing me some crazy shit on the Instagram to where it's basically a black market for any kind of drug you can think of, and they're not shy. They'll have a bag of heroin, a bag of fucking dope sitting right there on camera like, hey, these are the prices, boom, boom, boom. 30 seconds later, is a little fucking commercial for the fucking trap house.
It's crazy, dude. It's a crazy world.
Yeah.
I will say this. One thing about this happening down around here is there's no telling how many little meth trailers just got washed out the woods. The little deer trailers, you know, because down here we got the redneck meth heads. So redneck meth heads, they're different than your city meth heads. See, you guys in the living cities and stuff, y'all are used to looking at them zombie people bent over, just stumbling around the street corners. See, we get redneck meth heads out here, and when you turn them loose in the woods, every little sound, every little thing. So, man, you get some crazy people up in the woods around here tripping out on all kinds of shit.
Exactly, John. I just heard a story the other day, like 2 weeks ago, about a dude who he undercooks his bacon to where he likes it still kind of, you know, floppy and not crispy. And it gave him some kind of fucking brain worm from the larva that was in the uncooked bacon. Pigs are nasty as fuck, man. Make sure you cook that shit, because you'll fucking catch some weird shit.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I don't trust the pork. I do not trust the pork.
That's why we got beef.
Exactly.
It's all about the beef. So, clue me in. Have you kept up with? Are we on the end? Is the end is nigh, or have things happened, or are we fixing to get attacked? I haven't kept up with shit, dude. Other than we're just having fun right here.
I haven't been paying attention to nothing. The only thing I've really been seeing is you know, the typical protest shit, but it's nothing to get all up in arms about, because to me anyway, it's just the same old useful fucking idiots doing stupid shit. So it's kind of you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get riled up over these motherfuckers. Until somebody puts their hands on me, I don't give a fuck what you're protesting. I ain't got time for it. You know what I mean? Shit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, Grumpy. Look, I don't know if it's Grumpy or if Yoda's just typing. I'm hoping that's Yoda typing under Grumpy's name. Other than that, that changed the perspective, I must say, because then Grumpy's like, I like mine hard and stiff, so it stands up when you put your hand on it. So if that's Grumpy, that was way more than I ever needed to know. That changes some things, but
are we still talking about pork?
See, that's why I don't.
Right.
It's like the little emoji thing. I don't know.
Right.
We'll just hope that was Yoda. If it was Yoda, then it can go either way. It's all good. If it was Grumpy, then damn son.
Right, cornball.
Grumpy is old enough. He gets excited when things get stiff.
What you talking about, Miss Metal? I'm talking. You say just walk that green. Oh yeah, you give me a nice steak. Shit, I expect at least a shot glass of blood to pour off that thing. I'm okay with that. Well, when it comes to steak, I can eat it either way. I can eat it damn near raw, or I can eat it burnt. I just like steak, period. So I don't think there's a wrong way to cook it because I'm going to eat it regardless. Oh, bacon. Yeah. We were talking about bacon. Sure, we were talking.
We were.
Yeah,
we were.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like medium rare.
It all depends on how hungry I am. If I'm hungry at the moment, shit, you know what I mean? Put it on each side for 5 minutes and let me get that bitch. If I can wait a minute, I'll take a well done steak. It don't bother me none. He said I just like steak in general. Either way.
A well done steak, I just need some sauce then to go with it.
Yeah, some A1. Yep.
But if it's a medium rare, man, just tell me if you seasoned it before you cook it, and then if you cook it just right, you won't need anything if it's done right.
A little bit of salt and pepper in the pan while it's cooking. Take it easy, Monte.
It's good to see you, Guardian. Hopefully all is well down there. Get the fuck out. All right, money. Later. Steak needs to move when I put a fork in it.
D-dog.
D-dog. Hey, is it raining on you guys up in Gretchen land up there? Oh, wait, y'all won't want to refer to that as Michigan. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's Gretchen land. Well, I have no idea. It's 60. It's like 62, 63 degrees outside, but it feels like 40. It is fucking. I don't know if it's just me being anemic or some shit, but man, it is extremely fucking cold.
Oh damn! I wonder if that's. I guess this storm must be putting the pressure right there to keep that cold up north pushed down on you guys. Because hell, down here like yesterday, we were 83 yesterday.
Yeah, shit. I was fucking sweating yesterday. It says 53 there. Yeah, we're pretty close. The thing on the car said it was like 61 or 62 earlier, so I'm just assuming.
So, your Filmora thing worked?
Yeah, I got it through. I have my first video from my new laptop is loading right now. Hold on 1 second. What do we got? That's not going to show me, but I'm at like 80%. I think I was at 73% when we got on here. So.
Oh, is it 73%? I thought it was 7%.
No, it's 70 something. I've been trying since yesterday, so I don't know if it's all the clouds that are just slowing down my signal and making it move slow as shit. Because it's only like I think it's only like a 12-minute video or something, but it's been fucking loading for 2 days now. So much so that I had to stop it yesterday because I was just tired. I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm just fucking turn it off. That way I didn't fall asleep with my internet on. It's just moving hella slow. But yeah, it's the Filmora loaded up. Turns out I had to turn off my S setting or some shit like that because the way this laptop was set up, it was if it didn't. Microsoft has a thing to where you can only download from the Microsoft Store for an app to be on there unless you go in there and change all your fucking settings out and do all that, the factory settings and shit. So
Yeah.
I tried to find the app or, Filmora in the App Store, and I couldn't find it. And you sent it to me. I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, it went through. I just had to, what'd it say? Do you want to turn off your S setting? If so, it may affect blah blah blah. I'm like, turn it off. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it
that's
seems
that
to be
new
working.
Windows 11.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding it on mine. At first, they came out with it. It was funny because when they first came out with it, it was auto deploying, and I actually went into my BIOS and changed my settings so that it said, "Oh, well, you're not eligible. Your hardware won't run it." And then they got wise that there were people that were doing that, and then now they've changed that. So now all of a sudden it's like, damn. Now they keep going. I go, nope.
Yeah, Actions. I've had Filmora for damn near 4 years now. I just switched computers though. But it did. I couldn't find it in the apps. I tried to download it from the regular website. That's how I usually do it, but it wouldn't let me do it. Then Rescue sent me the app or the link from the app itself, so it is in there. It was just a bitch to find. I couldn't find it anyway. Yeah, I recommend Filmora. I'm a fan. It's the only thing I've used on the laptop since I've been doing this shit. I just don't want to learn anything else.
Right. I started to mess with it. I don't know, man. I think to be honest, I think I want to. I just feel when I sit down to start doing something it's so disconnected from what I really need to be doing or that I normally do here. So it feels weird because I just feel so overwhelmed with everything else. It's like I ain't got time to do this. I don't know why I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
then I really don't ever do anything else. So it's kind of weird. I ought to just learn it.
I tried to show it to a few people on the basics. It's overwhelming when you first look at it because you're like, God damn, I got this square here and this square here, and I've got 20 buttons down here, and then I got to move this arrow over here and do all this. Yeah, it's not that bad. It looks worse than it is. My thing is, whenever you got to switch the layout. So if you got the template for the layout up on the top, that makes a hell of a difference. By the way it's set up, it doesn't seem as much of a clusterfuck as long as you got the right layout. You know what I mean? So it took me about 2 months to actually get it when I first downloaded it because I had a punk bitch recommend it to me. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And then I loaded it. I looked at it and I was like, oh, I don't even want to try to do this shit. So I let it sit for like 2-3 months before I even tried to make any kind of video. And I spent about 2 weeks figuring out the buttons. And now I'm like, oh, this ain't shit at all. It's fucking easy.
What's up, Miss Leslie? How are you and Joey doing? Actions. Which, by the way, Actions, do you got Windows 10? Because see now, like with Windows 10, you can still go to app sites and download. But with Windows 11, they're starting to put all that stupid little shield thing up because they really are trying to direct you to go back through Microsoft. And they're trying to join up with the Google and the Apple store is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Windows 11 too? Okay. He might have taken time though. You got to go in and churn so much shit off because they churn in. And now with the new AI shit, dude, they're steadily trying to get you to use their little co-pilot. Do you got a little weird icon down there by your clock? Have you noticed? It's called.
Yeah.
That's where co-pilot.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, Copilot Windows Preview.
There's your Microsoft AI.
See, I don't want any of that shit.
You can right click. I think you right click and you can close it, or is it close or disable or exit? I can't remember now. Getting ready for work. The chickens are pretty good, Miss Leslie. They, we're getting flooded all around here. Not my house per se, but just all around my house. And so they got a muddy floor. They got muddy ground, but they're not like in water or nothing. So they're not And there's no worry of them getting washed off or nothing like that. They're just.
Oh, is Leslie Fetty's old lady?
Yeah. Did you get the chickens live, Jack? No. They don't.
Hey, if I send you some helmets for your chickens, will you put them on them?
Helmets for my chickens.
Yeah,
well, you know,
they got little football helmets and they got little motorcycle.
I remember
helmets.
that. I remember when you. Yeah. I would give it a shot for get some laughs out the deal. Let's see. I don't even know if they're out. Yeah. Okay. I can see them walking around a little bit. Damn water, man. I wish I could have moved that bigger coop before all this shit came in.
What up, Lady Smith? I can't remember if I said hello to you or not. I know it was in my head, but I actually said it.
I didn't even see her. So top of the morning to you, Lady Smith. I'm sorry if I didn't. Which there's so many people I didn't catch, and I'm sorry. So that's a good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it's working for you. Today's just kind of this is a weird one, so I don't know. Oh, here's
Grumpy, yes. Exact same place it was last year.
There's the chickens. So yeah, they're out and about. They just got that water, and look, it moved them 4x4s. I don't know, y'all can see them 4x4s right there that even got washed. That's how much water was flowing down the hill. It even moved those 4x4s from the back.
You had any problem with your chickens getting that like that rot foot or whatever the fuck it is from walking around in the muddy water and shit too long? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I haven't so far. I mean, that I know of. I mean, damn, I hope not. Which soon as I can, I'm going to pull them forward. I'm going to pull them up into this other green stretch right in front of them right there as soon as I can. Just the rain's going to have to stop right now. If I were to try to back the mower up to that to pull it up, all I'm going to do is spin in the mower.
Right.
But that's the conditions of the chickens.
Yeah. My rabbit keeps having babies, but we ain't had none that have made it yet. I just had to throw away 2 more the other day. I'm hoping they get that shit figured out here pretty soon. It might have just been stress too, so we'll see. But one way or another, I'm gonna have some baby rabbits this year.
Did the one didn't you just get through having one that gave birth to one?
Yeah, every fucking time I move them, they pop out a baby in the new spot that I put them in. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Does the baby die?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only because the mama won't fuck with it though.
Oh. Well, I don't know if rabbits are like dogs. I know dogs can be that way. You can have a female dog that's like, I refuse to do the mom thing. Almost like people. Maybe it is in the water. It's like they'll have them, but they don't want to take care of them.
I wonder if I could put in for a government grant to start a little rabbit abortion clinic, make some money off of it on the side.
Well, they'd probably send you a few $100,000 if nothing else, just to experiment of what's the psychological impact on a rabbit.
Right, Planned Rabbithood. I need a $100,000 grant.
But I gotta tell you, when I sit there and listen to old Rand Paul, and he rattles off some of the stupidest shit that we do money funding for. There was one he was reading off about fish and fucking alcohol. Apparently, we send some kind of funding money so people can see what is the effect on certain alcohol brands with fish. And it's like, what? And it's like, who the hell spends $75,000 to figure out, does vodka have a bigger impact on fish than fucking whiskey or bourbon?
Right. All they have to do is go to a bunch of fucking stoners somewhere, because we do those experiments for free. You give me a carp, if I drank as much as I smoked, I guarantee you, I would get a fish drunk, just like I would get the cat drunk. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Like, why are you paying people to do it when there's plenty of people out here on YouTube who will gladly get drunk with fish for free? You know what I mean?
Oh, look, Rabbit's probably got it. Just send in for a medical experimental grant. We'll probably send you a couple million.
Right.
Because, hell, we got so much money. We send billions overseas, you know, because heaven forbid, if the Ukraine administration, their retirement funds should be depleted, you know, while they pick a fight with Russia, that would be just unforgivable, you know. So the taxpayers in America need to work harder and lose your Social Security and give up your pensions so that those fuckers that don't live here, they can have it.
Right.
But sorry, I digress. No, it just champion. And these people are supposed to be lawyers with fucking degrees. And, oh, look, I went to college. I learned all this. I know this much fucking history. I know this much stuff. Yay. But you're stupid as a brick.
Right. That's the problem with education and people who are actually formally educated, is they think that they know. You've mastered one subject and now you think you're better than the entire world, but you still can't feed yourself. You worthless son of a bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, what? False fucking false security and intelligence. I've known fucking 6th grade dropouts who were smarter than goddamn college doctorates. Like, your book learning don't mean a goddamn thing to me. Shit.
Actually, Scat Pack, see, you know what? It was funny because I did see something yesterday on the old little Xville thing. Somebody put, dude, I didn't realize, because I've seen some little shots, but somebody did one of those McDonald's over there in California where it is the $20 fucking an hour shit. Dude, it was the weirdest looking shit. I'm like, holy crap. And that like didn't trip nobody out around when they first started installing those, but you walk in this McDonald's and then you start towards what would normally be like the tiled floor. And then you would see the little 2-seater tables going down the side of the windows and shit. And you'd go up to the counter back there. So it'd kind of be like a little L. No. This dude walked in and as he's walking where those tables used to be, there's these big fucking monitor pads.
Little kiosk things, yeah.
That are like 34 inches tall. And they're on these poles, and that's your thing. And you do this, and well, all up in there, dude, there's like a conveyor line that comes out with your shit. And I'm like, yeah, fuck that, dude. Who the hell? Y'all didn't like trip out when this first got in. No, man. But then again, you're talking about cities where people drive by with motherfuckers bent over at the waist and drool just dipping out of their mouth and their drawers.
We went to a Taco Bell that had that shit. To the lady didn't even want to come to the fucking register and get our shit. Somebody was like, well, you use the key. I'm not using the fucking key. You don't pay me to work here. Do I get a discount? I'm not paying. You know, I'm not going to sit here and type all I want to tell the lady what I want, and she's going to press some fucking buttons, and I'm going to go stand in the corner. I'm not going to sit here and play on a computer screen to order my food. I could have got the app if I want to do that shit.
The self-checkout's the same way. It's like, wait a minute, do I get a discount on the price? Because I thought way back in the day, before y'all started all this corporate bullshitting, the reason why part of your business school was you had to do this to your price because this is how you were accommodating for the labor and your expenses and everything. So that's why the prices were supposed to be. Well, I'm sorry. You got full self-centering checkouts. You got 40 registers, dude. And I remember when that used to be a deal. Do you remember that? When that was like, man, need more people. And so then the stores actually made a push to, boy, next thing you do, 15, 20 registers. Oh, yeah, look here. Dude, that wave didn't last long, did it? And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you know, we got these 25. We don't really need the 25. Just put 2 to work in here. The rest of them can use the self-checkout. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I ain't saving
I think everybody who put that shit in, they deserve to be robbed. That's karma for you right there. But you see, they're going away from them now. Walmart's switched it up to where you got to pay $100 a year if you want to use self checkout, one of those kind of things. So they're making it like a membership thing, yeah. And then fucking the new dollar store that they just built up the road over here, they've got 5 registers and 4 of them are self checkout. So they completely intended to not have anybody, you know, actually up there doing the shit. But over the last month, all the self checkouts and all the dollar stores and all the places around here who have the self checkouts, they just put signs up on them that says closed. Ain't nobody around here using them anymore. The actual stores, they're like, no, we're not. Go to the line. So all the thousands, tens of thousands of dollars they spent on these fucking kiosks and all this other shit, can't even use them now. So, like, you know what I mean?
Actually, though, you know what?
They built a store around it just to be like, oh, we can't even fucking do it now.
Yeah, but it makes perfect sense, actually, because on the back end, you're making this mass flooding of illegals into the country by the millions. Well, since you know that you know your little group, your side's doing this, you want to cut some losses, so you know that these people from these 160 countries don't have a fucking clue about some self-checkout in some little town right here, so they don't understand that concept. They understand the vendor concept. Here, what do you want? You want this? Here, I want that. Here, they understand that exchange. They don't understand that. So what would you want to do if you knew that this is what's intentionally being done? You start to shut that stuff down, because you don't want people that can't even speak your language, that don't understand your system. They just grab shit and don't use it and walk out. So you would want to direct them to people. Kind of makes sense in a way. I mean, I think they're trying to kill all the small people, all the small businesses.
I think it's just a bad business model in general.
Mm-hmm.
I know, as paranoid as I am, if I owned a store, you give me my money first, and then I will give you the product. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust people at all, let alone not even being in the same fucking room with them when they're actually leaving the building. No, I want metal detectors. I'm patting everybody down. I don't trust nobody.
Right.
I mean, what you put in that baby's diaper? You got a fucking candy bar in there? Like, yeah, I don't trust anybody anymore.
Hey, morning, Greta. Morning, Mitch. Well, dude, that's my take with people. You see these things in these businesses, and it's like what you said, you know, see people, and when you were like, well, they'll get what they deserve. And I get that. But at the same time, that's also enticing that behavior out of people. But what happens when they're not just at that store doing that? That's the same people that will lift your shit that's sitting on the table. That could turn into the same people that come up in your yard taking your shit, you know, jacking your vehicle, mugging, because it just encourages the wrong behavior. And when you look at that, it's like when you watch some of this exchange of shit in fast food places, and it's like, wow, can you imagine? And like, yep. You watch the fights out here on the corner, yep. You realize that these are the same people that are gathering your groceries together at the fucking store that your people are now getting used to. These are the same people when you whipped up into fucking Whataburger or Taco Bell or Jack in the Box. That's the same people. They just have a uniform on right now. Yeah. But that person,
like the Uber Eats
people.
Uber Eats and all that, these food delivery services. No, fuck that. There are some nasty sons of bitches who are doing your grocery shopping. They're rubbing their ass crack with their bare hand, and then they're turning around and touching your fucking zucchinis and shit. Like this, no. I'm going to the store myself. I ain't having no stranger fucking bring me my food. For all I know, it's some homeless fucking toucher that just lives in his goddamn car, and he Uber Eats, 2 or 3 hours a day.
What's their interpretation of hygiene? What do they see as hygiene? Do they really feel like, wow, if I did this, I should wash my hands? I have respect for people's food. Really? Do you see that character in people? I don't see that much character and concern in people. I see more of the, what the fuck you want kind of mentality. And it's just like, yeah, you're the person that's going to draw. Matter of fact, me and the missus were talking about that. And it's like, do you remember when way back, in the younger years, used to make just running jokes about, oh man, you never know about people in the damn fast food places. You don't want to bitch about your food because then they liable to spit on it, or if it falls on the floor. I said it was just kind of a joke. Nobody really took it serious. Oh no, but these are the people that will literally intentionally do that just to go. That motherfucker doesn't know what he's eating now.
Hell,
Just
motherfuckers will do that shit
busy
just for a fucking TikTok video. What was that fad? What's up, CQ? That fad that was a while back where people would put their bare butthole on your produce. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
They'd run up, they'd pull their pants down and put straight booty hole on your
licking the food.
Yeah.
What's her
one
name?
chick,
The little singer chick did it with the donuts.
Yeah, I seen a video where this chick took a full blown shit in like it wasn't sour cream, it was one of those plastic thingies, they dumped it out in the freezer and that bitch straight took a shit, put the lid on it and put it back in the fucking freezer. It's like, ew, no. That's I fuck people. You're fucking nasty. Nastiest animals on the fucking planet is a person. I'm very picky about who touches my food. Before it's cooked, after it's cooked, any of that shit. Who cooks my food? No. If you look like a fucking walking dumpster, you ain't touching none of my shit. It's all for the fucking TikTok, all for the fucking Instagram. It's fucking, we live in the stupidest fucking country. That's why the terrorists hate us. Only in America.
Well, no, it happens in other countries. They just usually nip this shit and kind of go, oh, no, this ain't what? Because you get these people that do. It's like, I got to say, sometimes the Japanese do some crazy shit when they're trying to, I don't know if they kind of compete with some of the weird stuff, but they get to try to do, and like some of the few I've seen, one, I'm like, really? Did you really think that was going to work out well? Did you not understand? She was going to try to do the escalator ride thing. Well, that's all cool, except, well, you got this cloth just dragging on the ground. So when it got to the bottom, dude, it damn near stripped her butt naked. Probably tore some skin and probably gave her some severe things because it kind of just pulled it and she was up against the floor and it done sucked the thing up into the, escalator gear.
Well,
then another one, I watched another one.
One.
It was the two thing, one going down this way and then the other one went down this way. Well, they decided to ride the thing and they got right here and they started to fall off. Well, when they did, they bounced off the other one and they wedged in between both.
That's the kind of stuff I like to see.
But see, that's the problem, is that somehow that became like, people want the likes. I have this need or this desire. And so I need to do this. Wow. That didn't get very many people didn't seem to do it. So they do something even and you just end up with the craziest shit. Well, then you got the whole copycat kind of thing. Cause it's, the milk jug throwing thing, all of a sudden next, everybody's running around in stores, just throwing milk jugs, acting like they fell or some shit. And it's like, really? But that's just society, man. This is this digital, everybody's a crack addict almost nowadays in society because I got instant stuff. Instant. Did you like this? Wait, those likes ain't going up fast enough. They just don't do
and
stuff.
That's the thing. Whether thumbs up or thumbs down, it doesn't matter. Infamous or famous, it doesn't matter. They know your name. Yeah. See, that's the problem with like the Guardian would say. The only thing America produces is culture. So that's the only thing we're giving to the world is that stupid ass shit, these pranks and all this other nasty shit. That's the only thing this country offers to the fucking world is shit culture.
Well, this is the bad side of being the free country. And I know there's people that don't think we're free. I get that. But that's why I think we're worse than every other place as a collective, because we are like literally we're the creation spot. We're ground zero for it. We were the culture and society that went from the hardworking family, traditional type life, like most of the older countries had always perpetuated tradition and stuff. We started out the gate that way, but then we got up to a level and then we started to create this comfort culture. And now we got a complacency culture. And that's rare. That's why they're so batshit crazy. I don't know, man. Some of that shit over in the UK is off the chain with some of these illegals going into there, and some dude just apparently got elected. I don't know how they're broken down over there in the UK, if it's parish or whatever it is, lordship stuff. But he apparently got elected in, and shit, dude, they're already calling for Sharia law. And it's like, what? But then there's in Germany that's happening. They're going after. It's a merging of evils, but it's evil. It's good and evil.
Yeah.
There's a merging of. It just depends on which target on that side do you want. Do you want the corporate greed side? You can follow that one. Do you want the radical religious side? You can follow that. You want the radical political? You can follow that. All those people have a bad intention of disrupting everybody else's life, and it's either to enslave you, kill you, make you non-existent, or comply. And so it's kind of like,
yep. That's why I moved to the woods, man. Fuck them all. I don't need their system.
well, it's the way people interact, society. That's it's just what a change. And it could even in a little city, like I said, her family has been totally a contrast thing. I never would have ever thought that I would have ran into some batshit crazy stuff like that in a smaller country town. I mean, not trying to insult anybody whenever I do my personal little Reddit on but that was the typical, supposed to be the Southern Baptist deacon in the church, older country family, and it's like, okay, well, this is more on point. And then it's kind of like, oh no, wait, you're the most judgmental, hypocritical, backstabbing, shit talking, and do it all behind the mirrors.
Bill Hilly.
What's up, Hillbilly? That's like she was all upset about this morning, but in all honesty, dude, it's a collectiveness. It's like that's even around me. We don't get along too much because it's like them. Matter of fact, over the past couple of decades, sometimes I do it on purpose because while it's still shitty, but it's easier if you kind of have a collective that's shitty with you, because then you can kind of keep it contained, where if it's random and spontaneous. See, so as long as I keep them focused on the dislike and upsetness with me, they all get along. It's the weirdest shit. If they don't, well, then they're liable to have conflicts. But as long as I can kind of stir some shit up, or I don't even actually nowadays, I don't even stir anything. All I have to do is breathe. And that's what today will be. Watch, there'll be some little, look, a good Sunday afternoon brunch, and I guarantee you not a one of them will even be like, damn, mine's out there at the house with poor Ordy. I wonder if they got electricity. Won't give a shit. People, man, I don't know. I'm just not impressed with society. I guess that's why I get my negativeness sometimes. I'm just not impressed with society. I work so hard for that moral compass to come out of the shit and be like, okay, no. It's like I finally reached there, and then you kind of look around going, what the fuck? So nobody else actually put in any work to get here either. So I guess I feel really stupid, but I really don't. I mean, it was the right thing to do to become a better person, but just kind of go, I don't know.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, I mean, I guess I am still alive, so I'm still here because probably I did chill some, so I'm here by the grace of God. That's the way I see it.
Right.
2865. What? 2864. Who the hell's 2865?
That's what I've been wondering too. I was about to ask her. Like, who the hell are you talking to, Miss Metal?
Is that the last
30 days
one?
in
Somebody's
Waco.
phone number or something?
Rabbit, he's coming today early.
Oh, D Dog is 28. He's Devil Dog 28 56.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Michigan there for a minute. That's what's messed up. I've never called Devil Dog by his entire name. I've only known him as Devil Dog, so I completely forgot that he had numbers at the the end of his shit.
Always been a D-Dog. I don't even really. I never said the Devil Dog because I always figured then I never knew who thought I was saying hi to them because we've got so many Marines. And it's like, okay, well, just do him D-Dog.
I see a lot of Devil Dogs. I haven't seen a single Jarhead or Crown Eater yet. Change it up, guys. Come on, you're confusing us.
Oh, by the way, did you see Bug Out Bushido's that little pistol grip shit he did, dude? Dude, that little curved handle on that little dude was badass looking. I guess when we
put out a video on it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't get notifications for Bug Out. I've been subscribed to Bug Out for 3 fucking years. I've only got like 2 notifications, and they were just for posts, like pictures, not community posts.
Oh, I don't either. You know what I've gotten used to on the PC side anyway? I've noticed it doesn't do this on the phone or anything, but on the PC, when I go to YouTube, if I look at the channels on the left, anybody that's done something new, there'll be a blue dot.
Yeah,
so then I
blue
click
dot.
on that. Well, then I go to the video to see which one's the latest. And dude, people are doing shit all the time, but I never get no notification for anything.
Yeah, I got my bells hit on a lot of people, but I get mad shads every fucking day. That's
See,
I
dude,
can almost set my clock to the mad shads notifications.
I've got it set. I've never get shads. But I know that I just go wait, and whenever I get on, I'll look to see the blue dot.
Every day, never forget, y'all. Deploy knife hands. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You better, anyway. If you don't know Mad Shad, you're fucking missing out on a great human being. They got that meetup going now, don't they? Up there, Visions meetup in Ohio.
Oh yeah, Vision Preparedness.
Yeah.
The Ohio meetup. Later, y'all. All right, Widow's Diary. Make it a good day, man. Appreciate you. Keep your head on a swivel. And if you go by the store, pick up something extra because it ain't going to get cheaper tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, Mad Shad is the shit.
That's probably about the best reminder I could give anybody is if you do have anytime you get a couple of bucks nowadays, I would say you might want to pick up at least one little extra thing somewhere along the way, whatever your daily usage shit is, eating, hygiene, whatever. But because regardless of whichever way you go, it has nothing to do with politics or anything. But all I know is the shit's going to get worse before it gets better. So, and like I just simply go, there's nothing being built. There's no intention pushing this ball to a positive direction. So that tells you that as of right now, tomorrow is going to be worse than today.
Right. Any updates on the weather for the week of June? I have not even looked, not a single time. I figure when it's about 10 days out, I'll probably look. I'm assuming though there might be some rain. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Well, I'm not even really worried about it because it's just fucking water. But it might rain on us like it did last year. But it didn't slow us down none. We still got, you know what I mean?
It didn't last too long.
We did the community thing. Everybody got their shit together, moved it, organized, boom, 15-minute deal. Everybody was good.
Yeah, I gotta say, if I was to do that again, I think I'd prepare just a little. I think I'd like to get one of those canopy tent things. If I could go, then that's what I would do. I think I would make it a point to get one of them canopy type thingies, because with my chair, because that was my only concern when that rain came in was, oh shit, man, if this fucking gets wet and shorts out, I'm fucked. I mean, I'm like in the middle. I'm in Missouri in a campground with no more mobility. So that's that. I'd like that.
There's some
Because
4-wheel drives there. We could have towed a tow strap to your footrest and just pulled you around with a truck or something. We would have figured it out.
right, just kick it down into
Make it
free.
another birdhouse. Right. You need to get some knobbies on that bitch. Some little off-road tires that you dig in. Some little super swamper fucking 8s or something.
Mayhem was telling me he apparently knows a couple of guys, I guess, that are around him or something, but they apparently do some kind of conversion kit for chairs, so that you take those kind of chairs and then do the conversion to tracks. Which isn't that really like if I could reset and go back before I had to sell everything, then I would have the bandsaw, I'd have the torch, I'd have the welder, I'd have all my shit out there. All I have to do is get the metal. Because when you think about it, all you have to do is take the front wheel, that's a front wheel, and each tire on that has a motor. So you're pretty much set up to do track drive anyway, because you have independent drives. So all you got to do is remove the wheels. And then
is that what you got now? Is a joystick to move around?
That's it. So it's basically got tank control right now.
That'd be fucking badass.
But it's just then getting the tubing and getting like the gear, get a gear to bolt onto that tire and that the motor instead of have a rim, and then creating the metal frame so you could then put a track with then the pulleys down here to run on the runners.
Yeah, you'd be running some kind of little sprocket or something like some chain fed almost kind of.
Just little floaters, kind of like underneath the hood with your serpentine belt. You have that tensioner pulley, and that's all it run. That's all it's for, is to run. But to keep tension, that's all you really would need down here on the outside, and then you'd have your drive gear. Get it right? Well, the Huckleberry, yeah, okay. Having a camper, that'd be nice, but that just actually, you know what? A Winnebago campers, because we thought about trying to sell this and just get on a little place, do a trailer. I'm totally cool with that. That's the way life is. But then I sit back and I look, dude, I can't. Those are some good little steps, and that's a mofo. That's what stopped me from driving a truck.
This is real small doors on them things.
Well, and it's that step up. Those are the ones that give me. It's just like when this first happened and I couldn't work, and I was like, shit. I got crazy for a little while. I knew a guy that owned the lumber mill, a sawmill. So I went down there and said, man, is there anything you got? And he goes, well, if you want to back up some trucks, load some trailers. So I said, okay, I could do that. That way he goes, yeah, you can do that at your pace. Just there's the empties, where to. So I did that for a little bit, but dude, just getting in and out of that truck just to hook up the lines.
Yeah.
And then, load the trailers underneath, load them up, pull them out to the parking spot so that then the guys could come pick them up and take off, and just up and down the truck steps. And it was like, oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, no, okay. That only took a little bit. So that's what gets me. That's why I did the stupid ramp out here, although right now that ramp is really, the incline of that ramp is a mofo. You really learn a lot about your skeletal frame at this point. So yeah, the steps into a camper and just because we thought about that. I can't get my chair in and out though, so it'd have to be one of those
mobility lifts.
Or the 4-wheeler kind of style that they got nowadays, where the back end lowers.
Yeah, I had a van a while back for a couple months that I got from my old man. Some kind of deal. It was when we were up north. It had one of those. It was built for a handicap transport, so it would fold up, against the back of the van, but it would fold down, it would drop, and it would raise back up, and there was tracks that lined up with the deal, so it would kind of like lock the wheelchair in place in the middle kind of deal.
Yeah,
it was nice to have, but it was kind of inconvenient. I mean, because we loaded scrap and shit like that, so it came in handy every once in a while, but it was just inconvenient as hell. Well, you got to be in pretty good health to drop some of those things, because their ramp is heavy as fuck by itself too sometimes.
Right. I told her, actually, I go, man, you know what? And it was a dark joke, so hey. But down there where that was flooded all in town, well, the part where it flooded, one of those gas stations that flooded was also the U-Haul dealer. And so after this flood, you can actually see some of the U-Hauls that have floated out, and they're kind of in different spots now, kind of like a orange and white little scattered thing. And you're going, wait a minute, didn't the road like used to go right here and the parking for them was just like right? It's like, yeah. Well, I laughed and told her, going, man, I wonder if we could get a hell of a deal on one of them U-Haul trucks because hell, they got it. She goes, why? And I go, they got a built-in ramp.
Yeah.
Dude, I could just drive right up that and you could just, I'll go to the store with you. Me and Rudy will just hang out back there. We can start to decorate the inside. I'll just run up the ramp.
Put you out a little window between the cab and the, in the box.
Shit. Mount an air conditioner.
That's what I was thinking about using for a bike ramp. Was just get the old pull out ramp off of one of them U-Hauls and retrofit it to a trailer or to the truck bed. That would boom, just drive the bike straight up into the bed.
Hell yeah.
What up, Metal?
Metal, what's up? Here's a short vid of a guy using one of those tracked. Oh, damn it, go back. Hey, go get over here. Why ain't it doing it? Son of a biscuit eater.
Hey, you watch that poop mouth.
Can't help it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, let me share that. See, this would be cool. Where are you at? Where are you at?
Yep, little battle rascal. That's what you need, man. Put a riot shield on the front of that thing.
See the little tracks, man? See, then I could get out in my yard with that.
That looks badass. I drive that.
Yeah, see, I could do that. Now, I wouldn't be able to bring that in the house, but that would be okay because then I could kind of create like a little parking right outside the door. And I can use my walker for now, at least. I'll use my walker. If it gets to where I can't use my walker, well, then it is what it is. I will park that bitch in there in the living room, and people should be like, and they'll be like, I don't know, man. If you're coming here and you don't know how my condition, then suck it up, Buttercup, or just don't fucking go.
I'm just telling you right now. I want this officially on the record for everybody in here. You are my witnesses. If you end up getting a setup like that and you don't dress up as Johnny Five for fucking Halloween, I am going to be so disappointed in you.
Oh damn! So look at the feed on that one, and that's that chick from the storage. Yeah. The crazy shit that it shows up.
Short circuit is the first thing that popped into my head as soon as I seen that. I was like, what the fuck? Right? Take that thing to the lake, put a little trailer behind it.
Well, see, and now that one there, I don't know if that was the chair design as a whole. That was probably the chair design as a whole. See, and what I need is a conversion kit. Because now, as far as if I just had the money, oh man, where is that picture? I think I showed y'all this picture before of that. It's a guy local. Hell, I remember when he matter of fact, he became paralyzed because of a motorcycle wreck. Matter of fact, to be quite honest, it was the hooks on the front bumper of an F-250. You know how the F-250s inside that bumper will have the hooks, the tow hooks? Yep. Well, as he was hauling ass down that feeder, and then it was like, oh shit, and he was going to try to veer it. Well, he hit it, slid sideways, and right into the front. And whenever he did, his leg actually embedded into that hook, and that's.
What up, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony? Morning. Well, I was going to try to find it, but oh well.
What y'all got going on today? Any projects or plans going on today?
Yeah, really. Not me. Me and Rudy, we just going to sit here and hope that it'll stop, dude. It's supposed to rain all day.
It looks like it wants to here, but I got a couple gallons of gas, so I'm gonna set the yard on fire here after a while.
So now, okay, whatever, D-Dog. So now who the hell is 5282?
Light up burn pile. I got 11 fucking piles of heavy leaves in the backyard, and that's not even the whole backyard. And each pile is probably 5 or 6 trash bags, like big trash bags full. You know what I mean? It's solid, and I've still got probably a 50 by 70 to mow and rake up. Fucking, that's a lot of leaves. But I got 20 trees marked to get taken down in the backyard, so that should ease my burden as soon as I get those things fucking out of the way.
The next harvest party?
No, I can take an axe to there's 5 of them I can drop with an axe, but I think I'm gonna just hit up the rental place in town. I can rent a chainsaw for the weekend for about $100 or so. Just get in there and knock some shit out.
How big around are
they? The biggest one, well, there's a few that I would definitely have to hire somebody to come and do because they're too fucking big. Like I can't touch fingers if I hug it. Like there's some big ones.
Oh, okay.
But it's just the angle that they're sitting at kind of freaks me out. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have somebody who's insured or knows what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Dropping scares the shit out of me.
Actually, before I did the live, I forgot what I was even looking at, but I saw some little clip. It must have been in the Philippines or some shit like that. And I thought, so whoever was filming that didn't even pick up on the fact of what that dude was fixing to do to himself. But this dude climbs up this tree and he's going to cut this tree down. Well, the guy hollers and tells him, about the notch. So he does the little, you got to do the notch thing. So the guy's like, okay. So he starts cutting in. And then, dude, he just kind of picks the fucking saw up and goes up and starts cutting in right there. And it's like, no. The wedge wasn't supposed to be in front of you, motherfucker. And, dude, he gets to all the way through and it goes, and he fucking starts going, oh, shit. And he comes around, dude, it was just one of those. It's like, you're lucky to be alive, dude. This is one of these moments when I hope you go down, you kiss your wife, kiss your kids, kiss the ground. Thank whatever exists up there that just kept you alive. Because
right.
Death just passed right by. And if he had been up just a little bit more, the pop right there might even have slung him right off the top.
See, that's what I'm worried about is because we got some ones that are half dead. You put you get a couple inches into a tree and all of a sudden it snaps under its own weight because it's dead or hollow on the inside. Like that kind of shit. It freaks me the fuck out.
Wow, you got to have a good climbing belt. You got to have your spikes dug in good. I have 2 round bales of corn stalked to light on fire.
We were shaving the dog the other day, and the cat wanted to keep jumping on my lap. So he started to get shaved too because he wouldn't leave me the fuck alone.
I don't know if y'all heard that.
5-foot bar. Jesus Christ, Devil Dog. That's beyond my expertise.
That chopper just flew over. I hope that doesn't mean somebody was needing rescuing. Bunch of dumbass. Man, you ought to know by now. You're either you know what to do or you don't. See, there's something for you, dude. doesn't the thought of having to go to like some fucking auditorium or some fucking elementary cafeteria and you're gonna just stack up with people fucking nut to butt, and that doesn't like bother you enough to want to figure out how to survive? Kind of, well, you know what, I could do this on my own. I just kind of got to get my shit together. I mean, you'd think that would motivate people. It's like you realize if bad shit were to happen and you don't know how to handle that, you're gonna evacuate, and then you're gonna go nut to butt with people that you have no clue even in your area that existed. That you're okay with that? I mean, how many people would go, sure? But that's what happens.
People want to be protected by somebody else. Why would you take the time to learn how to, take care of yourself when you know somebody else will do it for you? You stand in your little bread line, go to your fucking FEMA camp, they'll feed you, they'll give you a bed.
See, I couldn't do that, dude. It's just like back with the whole Katrina, you'd see them like the shit that went down in New Orleans. They're all up in the Superdome. You just go, how the hell? No. I mean, granted, okay, if that's where like something like this did get underwater and wash away, fine, we got to get up out of here. I get it. We might have to land there for a day or two to kind of, now what? But I ain't fixing to stay there. If not now, I'll go figure somewhere to stay. I'll be damned if I can't. I ain't going to a volunteer prison. I went to prison when I broke the rules. I said, yep, I did that. That's fine. That's my punishment. Fine. I'm done with that. I ain't fixing to go back to a volunteer prison.
And once they have you, chances are they're probably going to try to do everything they can to make you not leave. It's for your own safety. We can't let you leave, sir. You're on lockdown right now because there's water here and here and there's emergency vehicles moving. We can't have you in the way. Bitch, I'm a free American. You ain't holding me for shit. I'm not taking that chance because I will smack somebody in the fucking mouth if they tell me I'm stuck in this fucking tent with all these fucking butthole and armpit smelling sons of bitches. Everybody's sad and crying. No, I'll figure it out on my own. No.
Right. That's the one thing I said too. I don't agree with this mandatory evacuation. If they mandatory evacuate you, okay, this county, this area is mandatory evacuation. We are telling everybody you have to leave. Well, then you know what, motherfucker? At that point, then you should have to adopt the cost of all my shit. So, a dude come up and take one thing off my fucking property, break one thing on my property. By God, then the state should have to fucking foot the bill. You're the son of a bitch that told me to leave my shit. But oh no, they don't even begin to think of it like that. They're not reliable at all, and that's why I just laugh at the whole mandatory. Ain't no mandatory shit, dude.
Just like in the people who down in Florida and shit who were told you got to evacuate for a hurricane. I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't going nowhere. Like that's
they should just tell you know what? Notify me of the what's happening. That's all I ask. You notify me. I make up my own damn decisions. By God, I was the grown up that had to pay the bill and mortgage on the fucking place. I guess I can be the adult to decide if I want to stay or not.
Right. I ain't never once asked the government to fucking come help me protect my shit, and I don't need them.
You know, if a need arises and I need it, I will call first responder. And yes, I pay my county taxes, and you know I support that. I've also served in that role, so I feel like I've put in. So I don't feel bad. But as far as this feed me and shit, man, you know what? I might go and ask, hey, I need a day or two. I need to figure out something. So would you, I need them a food pantry. But these people that just like decide to live off that shit, see, that's just not what it was ever for.
Right.
It's kind of like McDonald's, dude. McDonald's was never designed to be a fucking career. It was just to kind of give your high school kid teach them the responsibility of getting up, following a work schedule, having to listen.
It was preschool for fucking entry into the workforce is what it was. Like you would go to a restaurant back in the day and you would assume that your waitress was going to be a 15, 16-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Like it was something you expected. Nowadays you're seeing 70, 80-year-old people, and it's like, damn, ain't no kids working and it's all old folks. What the fuck?
It's because that Social Security don't last. Everything else went up, but the Social Security.
They put them in bad positions too, like the greeters at Walmart. I feel bad. It was an old lady, like old, you know what I mean? Like I could have put her in my pocket, just a tiny, frail old lady. And when I bought the laptop and shit, so I got like $500 worth of stuff in the fucking cart. And I checked out in the back, so I'm just walking through. I got my receipt out because I knew I was going to be harassed. She's, I need to see your receipt before you leave. Jumped in front of my car. I was like, you don't need to see it, but I will show it to you, and you can get the fuck out of my way. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't need to show you shit, but here you go. But you know what I mean?
That's me.
It's a bad position for old people. Those
I
greeters
address it however they address me. If they smile and go, "Can I see your receipt?" And it's like, "Sure thing, here you go." When they do that kind of attitude, I go, "You should have been back there whenever she handed it to me."
right?
Well, so, no, there's nothing, dude. You don't touch me is all I'm going to tell you. So if you think you're going to have some kind of TikTok moment of tackling, don't touch me. Well, sir, whatever. Come on.
That's the only reason I stopped it, because it was you know what I mean, it was a sweet old lady, and I was like, I'll show it to you. But I've had some old guys in there that think they're fucking 75-year-old fucking RoboCops and shit. I'm like, dude, you could get the fuck away from me. I am not the one. I ain't got to show you shit. Check your security cameras. If you think I stole something, check your cameras and then fucking report my license plate number. Have the police show up. Other than that, fuck off.
I was a door greeter for 2 days, and then I quit. I had hurt my back. I was actually a stalker way back. I think it was when I first got out the first time or something. It's back when the Walmarts were small. They weren't the 24s. But at night, you would be stalking and stuff. Well, I went to do a trailer, and they used to set these conveyors up. And I don't know, they might still unload the trailers the same way. But you put those, what's up, elusive? They put those roller conveyors. You load them up into the back of the trailers, and then you just start unloading, shooting them down the conveyor lines and stuff. Well,
I love those things.
It was a Castrol trailer came in, so there was a whole walls of oil, and so I was doing that. Well, the truck decided he was going to go ahead and back up and lock into it. The dude that was going to haul off the empty when we got done, but he did that in mid-stride of us unloading it. So this whole wall of oil fell over on me, pinned me over on that conveyor thing. Got all up out, got all that done with it. Oh no, well you need to do light duty. What? Yeah, you can be a door greeter, dude. I stood there, and the first day I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not feeling very good, so they sent me home. The second day is when I went, and I thought, I can't say I don't feel good again, so I'm just gonna, man, I can't do this. I can't just stand here. Welcome to Walmart. Have a nice day. Just
right.
No, I can't do it. Sorry. I appreciate somebody doing it, just not me.
And it makes no sense. Like, if you're a door greeter, why the fuck would they try to turn a geriatric into a security guard? Especially in today's world, it makes no sense.
Oh, yeah.
What is some 70, 80-year-old lady going to do if you are stealing shit? She's going to get knocked on her fucking ass and break a hip and all. It makes no fucking sense. Like, you're a greeter or you're security. You can't be both. You know what I mean? It's just a bad position to put people in. Exactly, D-Dog. What they say, if it's not a membership-based, like if Costco, Sam's Club, places like that to where you have to pay a membership to get into, if they want to see your receipt, you have to show it. But just the public place, nah, fuck you. I ain't got to show you shit.
Well, no, that was the exchange is done. The matter of fact, if you put your hands on this product right now, technically you're putting your hands on my shit. I've already paid for it. So when you open that bag and look in there, you're touching my shit.
Right.
It's paid for.
Like, I don't know where your hands have been touching on my food. Like, that shit pisses me off. You'll see people just sit there and thumb through all your shit. And then,
yeah, well, let me look. Hold on, lady. This is my shit.
We've done that at restaurants before. Waitress will touch something or slide some shit back over on. No, take it back. I want new. I don't know where your hands have been. Why are you touching my food? Right, like in front of me too? Like, if you touch my food in front of me, I can only imagine what you're doing to my food when it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta say though, I'm bad. If I go to send something back, then I'm done. I ain't eating there.
Yeah,
because I know how that goes.
Unless I can see into the kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. And see, man, you just watching. There's people that make little videos, Instagram, TikTok videos on the shit that they do to people's food back in those kitchens. That's another reason why I've just gotten real gun shy about eating. It's people, it's society. It's not just the crooked politicians, it's fucked up doctors, the crooked cop, the fucked up
'Cause
fast food worker, the bad
if
shit
you're not
crazy
paranoid
person.
about people touching your food, I will give you this example. Anytime you go to the bathroom in public, a restaurant, gas station, whatever it is, Walmart, watch how many people do not wash their hands when they leave the bathroom. They are spreading Fremunda cheese on every goddamn thing they touch. No, nasty motherfuckers. Wash your fucking hands. That's what it freaks me out. I'm extremely paranoid about the people who touch my food. If there's a creepy looking waitress with, just looks like a fucking trailer park train wreck, we'll go to a different place. I'm like, I don't want that bitch breathing on my food. No, I'm picky as fuck about that shit. Yeah,
Right,
this is nasty motherfuckers. I call people out in the bathroom over that shit all the time. Come out of the bathroom and start walking out. I'm like, hey, sink's right there, bro. There's the soap. I'll call the motherfucker out real quick. Wash
You
your
didn't,
hands.
you didn't notice that big sign right there that said, wash your hands?
Right? And then you'll see them, like, they'll go straight from the bathroom in there dropping the biggest shit they've ever took in their life, right past the sink and then straight to the fountain machine. If you can
Well,
get a soda from the fountain machine. You know what I mean? Like,
they do the same thing with the gloves, though, Rich. They do the same thing with the gloves. Think about it. They put on the gloves, so they're like, oh, well, I'm not touching your food. Yeah, but you just grabbed that with those gloves, and now you're grabbing this. So it's the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't my hands, even though I touched this fucking dog shit with the glove on.
I had a glove on.
Ugh.
Oh, dude.
Nasty, fucking disgusting.
That was a funny commercial I saw. I think it was a skit commercial, but it starts off and it shows with the visual that this chick is on top of this guy, and they're kind of like making out. But then it shows the guy laying there with the pillow behind him, and he's got the smile. And then in the print, it's like, hey, do you got protection? She asked him, you got protection? He go, well, yeah. So it shows him digging back there, and he pulls out his wallet. He got the little phone thing. And she's like, oh, cool. Well, she takes it, and he starts smiling. And in the print, it's like, oh, she's gonna put it on for me. So then it's kind of zooming, like he's like, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait, and then he's got his eyes big, and then it's her saying, okay, turn over. And then you kind of realize what it was. And I thought, dude, that's a good one. I like that. Was funny as shit. That was Michael instead of Michelle.
Right.
What would you have me make exactly, Billy? Oh, Lord have mercy. I didn't realize. Oh, well, no. Okay, she asked for breakfast. So there's scrambled eggs, diced up potatoes.
Some French toast sounds pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that would sound pretty good.
Nice,
I'm going to do biscuits and sausage.
Toast. Get some nice crispy burnt edges. Nice fluffy Texas toast. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to make me biscuits and sausage. I think I might go ahead and make me up quite a few of them, and then that way they'll just be already done. In case we lose power, I still have me some little biscuits and sausage.
What the hell are Japanese pancakes? Is that like crepes?
Rice pancakes? Is that just like some cooler way of saying rice cakes? This is more elegant. Japanese pancakes. Oh, rice cakes. Okay.
I just immediately think crepes on everything.
Oh, look. Another flood warning.
Is the storm going north or is it going south? So we're getting your fucking rain. You're not getting ours. We're getting yours.
It's northeast. Pancakes with squinty eyes, right? We still didn't get no answer. All we got was a no LOL. It's like,
that explains nothing.
Right.
Avocado toast? No. I can't. I'm not a fan of the avocado.
I need a pontoon boat, Lady Smith, you know, and actually, I will say, I regret, I even had the idea back when we first moved back here. Mom died. We moved back here. This shit kind of came on, and I was like, man, you know, and I started to actually see about getting me some lumber and building a wooden frame and then going down and buying about 6 of those blue barrels because that's kind of popular around here. Everybody makes their own little flotation devices, but you basically make a floating dock. So if you can picture building a deck, so you have your like 2x6 rectangle, you have your floor frame, you know, your little floor joist, then you got your little boarding on top, you're decked in. Boom. If you do that same concept, but then underneath you put little blocks in between your floor joist and you make them wide enough for those blue barrels to sit in between, then you can put barrels in between them and you just run some rope down and around and through them, or some people use cable. Me personally, I think I still got some strand cable from poles out there. You know, you can pull out 18 liters with that shit.
Yeah.
And but
I
then
was thinking about
a floating dock.
Yeah.
But I could park my chair on top of that, and I wouldn't have to worry about it tilting if I had like 6 of them. That there's no way for it to capsize per se.
Throw a little trolling motor on that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I could even do one in the center, like a little center control. It'd be kind of like one of them little tug workboats where it's got like the big flat deck and all you got is the little console cabin in the middle. But shoot, that'd be badass. And I'd put it on that lake. I'd be out there riding now. Even with all this shit going, I'd have been like, hell, get me up there. We'll get off onto that. I'll go sit out there. Well, apparently we got some gators around because, see, this is another catch. Well, I can't wait for all the city people as this stops and they all come back and go, oh, my God, there's a gator right here.
I'm going to need you to catch me one and mail it to me.
I tell you what, if somebody happens to point out a small one, might just see what I could do. Because that always happens around here, too. Because what's happening, you know, the river's overflowing. So as it's flowing over and it's disturbing, well, they're all washing out. Well, they don't want to be out there in the main current either. So they'll start working out with the same water that pushes out. Next thing
maybe that's God's way of just trying to fill up the Rio Grande so we can move in the alligator troop.
Right. Too bad this won't go. See, now if this flood was happening like down there, that would actually slow all that shit down too. Get a good, because you see the shots of them swimming across, but they have flash moments when that shit comes rearing through, and it's like, oh, it's like, yeah. So
right. Oh, I'm getting a gator. I've been telling y'all ever since I started this thing. I'm getting a gator. It's gonna happen.
Bran flakes with sliced banana with a side of fluffy scrambled eggs and tea.
Fluffy scrambled eggs taste pretty good. Use milk. I put milk to make my my eggs fluffy.
I used to sprinkle sugar way back in the day, but I think I put sugar in everything back in the day. I drank Dr. Pepper 24 hours a day, that and then coffee.
Chocolate cake sounds pretty good for breakfast.
I don't know about the duck egg. I guess that'd be good. Hollandaise sauce. I don't know. But the T-bone, that'd be good. Hey, do you mind holding down the fort for a couple of minutes, Hutch?
I guess I can, as long as I've got some chat participation. What are we talking about, y'all?
All right, y'all feel free to ask Hutch whatever. Well, ask Hutch questions. I'll be right back.
I got my blueberries in. I got a video loading, y'all, of my latest update for homestead stuff. It's getting there. It'll be sometime today, hopefully. But I got my blueberries in. I got my grapes in. I got some plants for the cat island over there. Got him some catnip and some kind of firegrass type shit. Some flowers, put it up front. Shit mowed out. I got a lot of raking to do today. Like I said, I got 11 piles to burn and move. My favorite color is clear. Yeah, a lot. I put a small dent in my compost pile, but now that the backyard's mowed out, as soon as I get the leaves out, those are going to get thrown on the bug island, and then the compost can start. Since we can, when the boy gets back from training, we're just going to do a couple truckloads and take it down there and do it that way instead of. Well, I'm still going to have to do a couple wagons, but it's getting there. Very, very slowly, but it's getting there. I have a decent garden in. What I got two different tomatoes I'm doing, or 2 tires of tomatoes. I'm doing 3 tires of peppers. I've got corn, green beans, watermelon, carrots, beets. I've got potatoes, peanuts, spinach. I got a little salad garden going inside the greenhouse. That'll be in this video coming up. It's starting to pop. It's looking real fucking good. Let's see, what else do I got? There's a few other things. I can't remember exactly what they are, and I've still got to get a few more seeds. So I got a decent garden going this year. Oh, I got gourds going. I got tobacco going. I got a sunflower field that I just finished up. We just got to put a little bit of dirt on it, and it's good to go. So sunflowers we're gonna have this year. Yeah, we got a lot going on.
Hey, I got a question for you.
A lot of weed.
When you're doing the seeds, and you're using like one of them little humidity type dome things, because they say that helps with the seeding,
Right.
But now people talk about, well, once the sprout comes up, you want to take the lid off. But do you do that when they first come out, or do you wait for the leaves to actually develop and for them to then, like, because like if it's just because right now it's like one of the little tomato ones, shit, dude, I won't say a hair thin because it's a little bit bigger than hair, but it's just a little thin stalk barely sticking out the soil. And I'm like, well, shit, am I supposed to take the dome off now, or do you wait for them to get like a little bigger? Because they talk about it promotes rot or some shit.
The only time I use a humidity dome is when I'm doing clones or cuttings or anything like that, just until they can sprout enough. because well, the principle behind why I do it is there's not enough root to suck up the moisture and shit that it needs, so the leaves do the work. So you're kind of trying to trap that humidity so the leaves get the moisture as well as the root system, so you're kind of double pulling in the moisture. But once it's established, you pretty much don't need it anymore.
Okay. Because this little mat thing,
I'll air it out once a day, pick it up, do some fresh air exchange. As long as you got fresh air exchange, you should be fine regardless of how long you leave it in there. But just make sure you do that once a day air exchange just to get that stale air.
I actually do it probably a couple of times because I've been kind of excited. But this whole little seed mat thing that was given to me, and it's like tomatoes supposedly take 6 days. So I've said it. Well, that's what that temperature mat really is doing. I figured out. So that little mat thing warms the soil in the bottom, which with this dome that has these little air vent thingies. And it's a green box, green little container that then has this clear plastic insert that has those little pod dealies in it.
Does it got like little circles on the top of it on the clear part? Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the vent works.
You put that on, well, it starts sweating, because I actually realized that when that thing doesn't kick on by itself if the power goes off, because we had the power blink a couple of times. And the first time it happened, well, I didn't know, everything else kind of come back on. I thought that mat, but it didn't. And then all of a sudden I realized, it's like, well, wait, where'd all the condensate go? Where's the humidity? What happened? And then I'm like, oh, wow, that mat. Okay, well, after now I make sure it always stays on every time the power blinks a little. Well, the little thing started to poke up through the soil. Well, they don't tell you about that. They just tell you about, well, once your seedlings sprout, you want to remove the dome, And I'm like, okay, well, at what point does that mean? Because I don't want to remove it. And then it'd be like, That's like, okay, well, no, because man,
Right.
those are German tomatoes.
Rabbit said he takes it off as soon as they sprout. Or what?
Oh,
As soon as
okay.
that seed's yeah.
Well, I guess I'll take it off today then and see how it does. Hopefully, well, see, I don't know. I got 4 of those things done with 2 seeds in each one. They're German tomato seeds, but there's only one little sprout showing in one of those things so far. So should I wait to see if something happens? Because supposedly today's day 6, according to this mat. I don't know. The mat just says tomato. It's got like this little chart thing on it for all of these different veggies and shit. And on tomatoes, it has 6 days is apparently the average sprout time.
What's up, man?
G-Mon, man.
Yeah, I've never used the dome for seeds. Like I said, I've only used it for clones and shit like that.
Oh, so how do you sprout like your veggies and stuff? Do you sprout those seeds, or you just?
I water. I keep the soil moist. I water, or I'll mist it 2 or 3 times a day. But I'll put them in a box or a little rack or something and just open air.
Okay. Well, I kind of wondered because I always thought that most people, you watch some of these the old TV gardening shows before the digital stuff, and you'd just see them take the soil and like they'd reach down with the scoop and then they'd pour it across all those little sample tray thingies, those little starter deals, rake the dirt off, plant the seeds. But like I said, this thing's got all these vegetables listed and all the different time frames. So I'm like, I guess.
I mean, I see how it's useful because it would save me the need to have to come and spray and water it 2 or 3 times a day. So I mean, it's convenience. It makes sense, but I just you know what I mean. But I'm here anyway, so it's one of those things. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going. I don't have to leave to do a job so I got time to actually sit and water 3 times a day. So you know what I mean?
I got you now. Yeah. Just go ahead and then they kind of actually get, that's probably actually, well, that's the best way because that's the original way of doing it. And you would think that then it gets the best of both. How useful is a greenhouse?
Greenhouse, it'll give you a month on the front and the back end of your season if you do it right.
Now, can you like when y'all are talking about greenhouses, do you grow your whole like the whole vegetable in the greenhouse, or are you just using the greenhouses to do the starters and stuff?
As of right now, the only thing I do in the greenhouse is weed. Well, I got the little salad garden going in there now, but I'm trying to. I got to make some more beds in there. I want to start doing like making tomatoes or potatoes or something like that, something that can last a little bit longer. So eventually I'll get like my garlics and stuff like that will stay in there, the stuff that takes a while, and that'll be pretty much dedicated for that kind of shit.
Spindly. Let's see. Rabbit's got pictures. Yeah, because he's got a big old greenhouse stuff. But see, I just didn't know if everybody uses those for just starters and then you transplant them outside or you actually grow that. Because I've thought about that because that would be kind of cool if you can just kind of grow the whole thing inside a greenhouse, because then that would stay dry for me. So all I'd need.
That's the plan. As soon as because I don't have the plastic on this, the new setup yet. I got the plastic. I just don't have it set up yet. But once I get it wrapped, then that's going to be the plan for, that was the plan if I had it done in time, but I'm making shelves to where I can just set all my seedlings in there. I've been doing it for the last couple weeks or so, because I got a little room here with the grow lights, but I took them outside and used the greenhouse as an actual greenhouse over the last, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. So that's the plan, to be able to fully do everything inside the greenhouse, do my starts
And grow it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to thinking, we talked, I think I was live a few days ago or something anyway, was talking about And then I kind of got thinking, well, I don't know now. If you can grow like the whole thing in there, you know, like cabbage or something, if you can just kind of do the whole thing inside, then that'd be actually pretty damn useful for me, because then like this, it rains, but yet all I need is a path from that ramp out into the greenhouse, because then inside the greenhouse it would be dry, so I wouldn't be sloshing in mud, messing with stuff.
Yeah. Well, that was just an example, D-Dog. You know what I mean? Because like I do my potatoes in bags. You know what I mean? That's like if it gets hella shitty outside and we start to get them storms, I can still bring it in and out if I need to.
And that's rabbits.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Very nice. Eventually, I want to start doing some cabbage and stuff like that.
That is nice, Raven. They're growing good too. The stalks on them are looking pretty thick. See, yeah, you know, I'd probably feel better if I could ever actually grow something that did like that. The only I've had here in the past 10 years attempting doing to grow something was a fucking tomato plant. Where'd I get that from? Can't remember where I got it from now. But then that's when I found out that these one-timer deals. So, and I took very good pride of this fucking tomato. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be really cool. Ain't this going to be cool? And so she's like all excited. Only we found out that, oh no, once this is a harvest, that's dead now. That was a one-timer deal. This is a reproducing one. I didn't even know the difference. We didn't even pay attention back then. That wasn't much. And of course, now every time I try to do something else, it's like, damn, that one looks so good.
I want to try getting a vining tomato and having it stretched inside the greenhouse, almost as part of, you know, to the roof, to part of the infrastructure kind of deal. That way I can fucking October, November, I could still potentially be pulling tomatoes fresh off the vine if I got it set up in the greenhouse right. That would be the dream, you know, shit like that.
So, okay, who's had success growing in from start to finish in a greenhouse, like tomato, carrots, cabbage, cucumbers? Potatoes would be nice, but I understand D-Dog's point and your point with that, because it'd be just kind of, you know, that might be one of them things. But the veggie side, can you grow that shit? See, that's that. I know that if you do the whole hydroponic kind of shit that they grow indoors, you know, you can, I think, grow every fucking thing. Not that it's might be good of nutrients, but I'm not a fan of the hydroponic.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just intimidated by the startup cost of the setup. You know what I mean?
Now, indeterminate tomatoes, is that the ones that's a one-time thing?
Those are the ones that live forever, right? As long as they don't freeze, right? Indeterminate. I don't know I get the technical terms mixed up on a lot of that shit. I just assume that most things on a vine will pretty much, you know what I mean, will keep going.
Okay. Huckleberry and Top Chat.
Fucking rookie. I remember my first live stream.
$5,000 LOL indoors.
Oh, for the hydro setup.
I could believe it with all that hydroponic shit. You got to have all the pumps, you got to have the filters, you have to have all the piping in, you know. If you got the mist watering, then I'm sure you got to have all the little cool little nozzles to atomize your mist. And that's why I say sometimes the science stuff can just get too far, because
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have I'm gonna have tables and shelves built into that greenhouse. That way I can. I'm gonna have a little. I got the wrap for a little greenhouse that can go inside of that greenhouse. That way I can do my, I'll do my starts and all that other shit next year. I'll do all that outside. It's gonna save me a shit ton of room, make it way more convenient and easy to separate and label things.
What's up, Yankee Watchdog?
Keep the fucking cats from digging in, shitting all in my. That's the problem I'm having right now. This little son of a bitch wants to go out there and sleep in my fucking lettuce garden. How many of you guys grow head lettuce? What's the process on that? I'm a fan of leaf lettuce because it's easy, it's quick, boom, grows back. But the I've been trying to grow that iceberg. I tried it a couple times, and that shit seems to be extremely fucking picky. What's up, Angela?
Morning, Miss Angel.
See, that's what I'm building the cat his own little jungle out here behind the bathroom. It's gonna be nothing but cat friendly plants, a shit ton of catnip. He's even got a little cinder block perch so he can sit up there like the Lion King and shit. That's in my video too, him just sitting up there chilling.
Well, hey, y'all could help me out. Let me know all the things that your cats can't stand.
Oh, so you can try to get rid of them?
Because then I can plant all that shit around my stuff.
Set you up some of them snap traps, them fur trading traps.
Well, they squall like a mofo.
Aluminum foil, that doesn't work. I tried that. I covered the counter in aluminum foil because Mama Cat likes to get up on the stove and just kind of sit there and soak up that oven heat because she's hairless. So I covered the thing up there. She just jumped on the foil and just stood there like, huh? And just casually walked right back onto the stove. Yeah, she didn't give two fucks about it.
Yeah, I see, and I know it sounds like I hate cats, and I don't. I pretty much love all animals, and if they're yours, that's so cool, and that's awesome for you. When it comes to the random shit through my property, I prefer just to stick with the natural things, and then not other people just because they wanted something but not take care of it. And that's what
BB gun always works. Get you one of them little CO2 powered pistols and just mount it to the fucking side of your chair. Keep it on you at all times.
Oh, I got a Ruger. I got a Ruger with a scope. And it's just like I kind of got this live pet trap, but then you got to haul them off.
Yeah. See, in Missouri, you can do whatever you need to because they're considered a nuisance animal in some spots. So as long as you don't torture them, you can kill as many fucking cats as you want to. You know what I mean? But it's got to be humane, obviously. But
Shit, no, man, not here. That's one of the things that pisses me off so bad. It's not that I'm so anti-cat, but everybody wants to talk about how rules for thee, but not for me. And they apply that shit to cats around here too, because it's like, well, we really don't have a classification. Wait, your dog? Oh no, that's an aggressive dog. We can put all kinds of regulations behind that. We can mandate this, that, the other. You have to do this, contain this, upkeep this. Wait, it's a cat? Well, oh, did that cat have a litter on your property? Well, you're just going to have to wait and see if you can find him a home. Wait, no, it's not my fucking cat. Well, but they had that litter on your property. Okay. Yeah. Damn, did you know that my phone stopped working? I just don't know why I can't seem to reach out anymore. Oh,
And then you can't take them to a shelter because they want to charge you $70. Oh, you're dropping this stray cat off, or
they get overflowed. Next thing you know, they're going, we've got no room, and it's like, I get it, because y'all won't enforce nothing. You won't make nobody accountable. You just let people dump dogs. Matter of fact, somebody well, actually, damn, was I streaming when that was said? Sure. Well,
Yeah, I got a hairless Firefly. Mama cat's a hairless. This is her her baby.
Hey, Firefly. More.
He is the exact same color everywhere, literally spot for spot, the exact same color as Mama, except he's got hair. That's
Look
the
at
only.
that. Speak of the devil. Look at that. Isn't that something? Milkmaid literally comes in saying, look at this pair. And right after that is kiss off as Milkmaid okay, because I haven't seen her for a couple of weeks. It's like, bam. Didn't even have to say it 3 times.
No, I haven't. Since I've been here, I've probably shot 10 cats and 2 dogs. I don't feel bad about it at all.
Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it works for you. Appreciate everybody being here. You've been doing some stuff, so physically intensive shit.
Allegedly. Yankee.
Yeah, he comes sliding in.
Boy, it's real shitty looking outside. It is fucking gray and wet.
Yeah. I think the chicken said fuck it, and they went back up in the coop.
Yeah, even our little rescue dog, what's up, Jane? He hates going in the house because he ain't got time for them fucking over dramatic bitches that we got in there. Because he's the only, him and this cat right here are the only males. So yeah, they ain't got no time for that nonsense. It's so cold, even he went inside. He was like, shit, I ain't fucking with it today. He hates going.
Dude, I feel so bad. I mean, I know I get it. Everybody's, oh, hey, give me 1 sec. That's the missus.
He'll do that, Yankee. You got to watch him. That's why Backwoods' goodbyes are like 45 goddamn minutes, because he'll trick you into staying. You'll be like, oh, one more thing. Let me ask you this, or let me tell you this. Next thing you know, you're talking about fucking Uruguay or some crazy shit. You got to watch him. He's fucking sneaky. The sun came out yesterday a little bit. It was pretty not bad. I got a little sunburn the other day out there raking. That's for real shit. That's why y'all don't get a lot of stuff recorded. Because what's up, heathen? I just got basketball shorts on. Barefoot, no shirt and shit. No. This ain't no OnlyFans page. I only record when I got clothes on. But he keeps going back and forth. It's fucking up my sinuses. Right? That's how we do it in Missouri. But it's getting done. It's starting to look like something. There's no need to be mean. I'm almost out of pots, y'all. The struggle is real. That's what sucks, though. Every time I try to get video of it, the sun's hitting at a weird angle, so you can't see it the way it looks to me. You know what I mean? It's like when you're standing in the yard, at least me, I'm like, I got the best fucking yard down here. If I could keep it mowed consistently, I would literally have the best fucking yard on this stretch of gravel. Anything down here, up until the blacktop, I would have the best fucking yard. And all these other motherfuckers can eat a bowl of dicks with all their fancy tractors and shit. trying to copy me. Psh. I notice every time I do something here, about a week later, my neighbor will go and spend money and pull out all kinds of machinery and shit and try to do the exact same thing, but in a different, you know what I mean? It's literally the 7 years we've been here. Every time I do something, he comes right behind me on his land with fucking money and shit and gets it done in like 3 days. But I'm like, my shit still looks better though, so fuck them. I actually know how my land works, so I've got that advantage because I literally have to walk every fucking inch of it to do something. So my shit's coming out way better, and it's not costing me any money. And I know it pisses him off. Like I half mowed the front of the yard last year just to piss him off, because he'd be like, "Why the fuck would you?" You know, that shit just annoys him just to pick. So I've got to do that here. I'll probably do that later on this afternoon. Just mow half of the front yard just so it annoys the fuck out of him every time he drives by. Keep it petty, y'all. Oh, I would love to have a fucking tractor. Jesus Christ. Satan shows up right now with a riding lawnmower. My soul might be in jeopardy. Real shit. My back hurts.
Yay, more storm warnings.
The only thing I pretty much all the back breaking shit is pretty much done. Now it's just a matter of, well, big chunks of it is, it's just a matter of keeping it mowed. All we got is a weed eater, so I got to mow what, 2.5 acres roughly with the fucking weed eater.
Oh damn!
I mean, it's faster than a push mower, but boy, it fucking being tall sucks because I still got to arch over. It's like 3 inches too short, so you always got to have that constant little kink in your fucking spine. You know what I mean? Yep. But it's getting there. I hit the lottery. I'm getting a Kubota. I already know which one I want. $20,000 with a trailer and 2 attachments. Comes with a backhoe, comes with a bucket and a brush hog. Yep. Oh, I window shop tractors, boy.
Hey, I could find you a good deal on one here. Give it a couple weeks. might need a little flushing and stuff, but
rusted out block and shit.
I gotta say, dude, when we went down around one of the little roads here, and I was like, "Oh man, that so sucks." But you could tell because their shop, because that creek that normally would flow through back so far up, about 40 yards worth. Well, dude, his shop is half under, so everything in the shop pretty much at waist level is underwater. And then as you're looking back, you can see the top of like his lowboy trailer. You can see the arms to the front of the bucket of the tractor, you know, where the knuckles come up because it's this. And I'm like, oh man, don't you know that totally sucks, dude. Right. And then up towards the front, you can see where he's got his forks and his bucket, but at least that's just the metal shit still sitting there. And I'm like, man, no telling how much other more shit, all the shit that was on.
Watch your insurance rates in the next couple months, y'all. You're about to get raped with all these people who are going to be filing claims. And we got riots and shit coming up too. Oh, insurance is going to be fucking ridiculous. If you can get the year plan now, get it now. Because boy, that shit, I'm telling you, they're going to fucking rape y'all on insurance this year.
Most people around here, they don't really have the interest because this is most of all that back there was considered floodplain since 94. They did it in 94 and then they were like, oh, well, look, y'all are prone to flood. We're just going to call that a flood zone then. So then all of a sudden you go to do insurance. All you can really do, unless you want to pay the big ass bucks, is get content insurance. Yeah. Insurance on your contents. And that's.
Hell, if I won the lottery, I would have a 10-acre greenhouse that is 25 foot tall.
Dude,
and I would live full-blown Jurassic Park shit.
Hey, with it being 25 foot tall, on the back part, you could even have the little condo 2-bedroom apartment setup back there.
Now, see, I was already thinking I would have a giant concrete tree made in the back, plaster and concrete and shit as my foundation, and I would have a 2-story tree house built.
There you go. Hey, Share Bear.
Oh yeah, it would. I'd have gators in there, full enclosed environment. 20-foot pythons. Yeah. Oh yeah. Real trees. Dig it out about 10 foot and go in and bring in nothing but fucking, if you got the money, shit. All expensive ass top of the line dirt and completely fill it all in. Have everything brought in. Create a 100% living environment, self-contained ecosystem. Never leave again.
They built a few of those.
Like a biodome kind of. Yeah. They got one in Arizona or New Mexico. I want to go visit it. You can take tours through it and shit. That'd be fucking awesome.
I think I seen this. I think I seen the story on that one. Because there was one that they built during the whole space program. And it was before the International Space Station and all that was done, but they wanted to see how people would do in these long journeys and contained, and if you were okay to colonize a place. And people went and they created that. Then it got shut down, or people experiment didn't go through, but now it became like a tourist place. You can go and see this whole living ecosystem.
Yeah.
Contained. There you go, Milkmaid. That's my heart right there, buddy. I'd love a fleet of. I'd have. I don't know. I'd have such a big variety of helicopters. But I gotta tell you, my do all be all would be a Huey, dude. I don't know. Just
I want one of those, even if it doesn't fly. There's a place outside of St. Louis on 70 that sells. It's like a military scrapyard, and we used to go through there all the time when my old man was a truck driver. I would sit in the Huey all day long. If I go to a military museum and they got one, I'm sitting in that bitch for at least 10, 15 minutes. I fucking love those things.
I don't know. I would so love one that ran though. If I won the lottery, I would get one that worked, because there's just no other thump like that one. There's just
that or the MASH helicopter, the little skeleton frame, which is the bubble window and the two skids on the side.
The little bird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Little dragonflies.
Yeah, you just hop in that thing. That'd be like your little bar hopper bike. Like, I want to go fishing, or get the pontoons on it so you can just fly out, boom, drop down in the middle of the lake, cast out, catch some fish, fly back to the camp spot. Done deal.
That would be funny. Yeah, I gotta say, if I really won the lottery, I'd probably be. I don't know. I'd love a shop, dude. I would love to just have, like, I don't know, man, 120,000 square feet shop, and just like almost like every tool there, and then a big section of just all different kinds of metals.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can just have an idea, just go make it and see, does that work? Damn. Or it just.
I've always wanted to make like obviously anybody who's ever fucking watched my old shit, if I had the money to do it, I would make a full blown city. You know what I mean? City. The whole roughly 300 person city. Just completely build the infrastructure, get it all set up, established, and just fucking give it away. And just, you know what I mean? See how it works.
Wait, are you talking about building your own 15-minute city?
Kinda, yeah. I just like building shit. It's like I don't care if I just like building it. Just having the, you know what I mean, the memory, or the fact that I built that. Boom, okay. Build something else. You know what I mean?
It's the creation, man. Because I know even around here, I've built 2 of the power substations this little mall strip. But each one of those jobs, you pull up, and it's kind of like with the house. You pull up and there's nothing. It's trees, it's raw ground, and there's just something about when you're done, you then can go, damn. And it's kind of like you still get to drive by and look over and go, man, hell, when I drive by that little mall, I still get reminded of this little chick I worked with. Dude, I swear to God, okay, I'm going to say like 4.5 feet tall. I might be exaggerating. She might have actually been 5 foot tall. But she was right there, dude. But that chick could run them I-beams, dude. To this day, I'm still. People think women can't do things. Women can do some shit. You just gotta not everybody for everything. That little old chick, dude. She would, because you know how the metal building and the purlings are. It's like an S almost because they have the part that it's come down and they got the other curl that way. Dude, she could pick the thing up and she could run that beam down to the other end. She's a tough little chick. I've seen some whenever I was running the lines. This one chick, I remember I stopped by the school and this one chick was having a hard time. She couldn't bring herself to climb the pole. She goes, I'm kind of getting scared. And I go, what are you scared of? Well, I mean, I just went my fall. I go, first off, you're not going to really fall. If it's worst case, you're going to slide down because you're going to be strapped around it. So you ain't going to fall off of it.
I don't do heights. So just so any of y'all know, if it comes a situation to where you're relying on me to save your life and you're more than 10 foot in the air, I'm sorry about your luck. You're fucked.
No way.
I don't do heights. I do not do heights.
It's not entertaining for you to go get on these towers and kind of be able to look up over all the treetops and the umbrella.
If it's completely closed in, with the exception of the windows, not a problem at all. We went to one of these fucking fire towers down in Arkansas last year or the year, whatever. And it's, you put a little dollar in the slot and you climb up the frame. It's like a 3-story, just skeleton frame fire watchtower. And even the steps are skeleton steps. I got up the first story. I made it up about half of the second story. And then I just sat down and was like, I'm not fucking with any of this shit. They can keep my dollar. And I went right back down. Like, nope, not even doing it. I get vertigo and shit. Everything starts kind of like that zoom in fucking, you know what I mean? No, I don't do that.
Dang. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I love heights. Now, my son, he's scared of heights. We actually lived up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the company I was with threw a Christmas party. And we went to some place up there that was kind of like a small little, I won't say an amusement park because it was kind of in a campground with some rides to it. But one of the rides happened to take you across their lake. So you could sit on this little bench trolley thing and you take off across the lake. And it was kind of cool because there were spots that were shallow so you'd see the fish, going by. Son, that was fucking funny as hell. So my son's going to ride with me. My daughter's riding with the missus. We get on, we take off. He's like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know. Dude, we crested the land and got over the water. His face goes into my belly and he's like, I want down. I said, well, there ain't no getting down, son. You just in for the ride right now. It'll be all right. I just wrapped him up. He'd go, I want to get down. The whole ride across the lake. Yeah. Mentioned going up on him. He's like, oh, hell no, dude. He don't even want to get on a ladder. He's like, fuck a ladder. I don't even want to get on a ladder. I'm already I don't need to be on the ladder.
Yeah, if it's enclosed, I got no problem with it. You know what I mean? I can be on the fucking 37th story of a hotel and look out the window and be like, oh, that's fucking awesome. It's the openness of it that I don't fuck with. No, it's something about it.
Well, that's cool.
I'm too big to be in the air. It's not natural. You know what I mean? Fuck that Yankee. Yeah, that kind of shit where you stand. I've been on some pretty steep cliffs. You get right there to the edge, boy. You start getting them fucking heart palpitations and shit. Just nah.
Look, Milkmaid's like, uh-oh, Hutch gave me ammo. So if you want to get any information out of Hutch, just take him up the tower slowly. And at some point,
At some
Yeah,
point, shit will
good
just
luck
start
kicking my
spewing out.
big ass. All right. Ain't no way in hell I would do that, milkmaid.
What
That would
movie
be
was
another.
that where the dude did the dude over the balcony? It was
Oh, there's a couple
grabbed
of
him
them.
by the ankles. It was one of the been popular, like the Die Hard kind of thing, where he dangles him over. What are you, 6'3" or 6'4", Hutch?
I'm 6'2", 230.
See, that's my son's 6'5", I think is what he's at. And as far as he's concerned, that's tall enough. If you can't reach it with that, well, there you go. I don't know, get a forklift or something.
That's what they make. That's why God made people like backwoods. You know what I mean? You get the little scurrier people to do the ladder work. That's why we're all different. Each person's got their own strength. Like backwoods is my ladder guy. I mean, hillbilly's my tree guy. Pop B's my gun guy. Backwoods is my go up the ladder guy.
So would you be able to jump out one of those slide down slides, like on a fire escape? You're about 3 stories up.
So like the big fucking poofy thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like what happens? You're in the top of Trump Towers, catches fire. That's it. The liberals go attacked it. It's all ablaze. It's fixing to go down, and there's a big puffy ass pillow down there, but you're on like the 53rd floor. What happens?
I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Fuck yeah, I love Joe Biden. Let's get these motherfuckers." And I'm walking right out the front door with the enemy. Shit. 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 I mean, if I got a choice like that, shit, I'm switching sides real quick until I can get back to the ground. Shit. Unless somebody pushes me, if I'm pushed, I mean.
See, I love it, man. It's like the ultimate. It's kind of like riding. Riding, you get that wind on you, you get the sunshine, you get the whole open environment. See, to me, climbing up does the same thing, man. You kind of get up out the muck and the shit down here, and you get up into the clear air, the view. You can see shit. You feel the breeze. Fucking feels awesome. That's why I would flying in a helicopter to me is awesome, especially hell open the side doors.
G-Mo Merkel. See, I could do a helicopter as long as the doors were. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be by an open door. It'd probably take a minute to get used to, but as long as I was in a seat and strapped down, you know what I mean? Then I as long as it doesn't rely on me having to use my legs, I should be fine. You know what I mean? Like if I'm there for the ride, then I'm there for the ride. But if it's under my own power kind of situation, nah, my legs are like, fuck you, bro. You ain't doing this.
See, that's one reason why I don't even like planes much. I've flown in them, but to me, it's just you're enclosed. Matter of fact, my daughter, it's so funny. She said this last week or something, told the missus this, because somebody goes, "Why don't you crack the window?" And she thought, she goes, I don't really know why. I guess it's a habit I picked up from my dad. Because, dude, I don't get in an enclosed vehicle. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it's pouring down rain and it's negative 20 degrees. I'm cracking a window in this vehicle.
Yeah,
like
some kind of airflow, yeah.
That containment, I don't know. But now I'll gear up. Actually, I wonder nowadays, to be honest. I mean, this is probably the internet isn't used to actual just real truthfulness, but this is being honest. I've actually wondered nowadays, because it's like if I have changed just somehow, I don't mentally or something, but if I had to go confined space stuff, I don't know if I'd
Yeah,
I'd like to think it'd be like the old days. I just do it. But
see, yeah, that would kind of suck after a while, being enclosed in like that. I hate being inside, regardless of what it is. Like there's always some kind of hole for some fresh air.
dude, I'm bad about cracking the patio door when I sit here, and she'll come back here going, "It's fucking 85 degrees outside and the air conditioner's on." I mean, I go, I know, but I just would like a little, just some about that little glimpse of freedom.
Got to connect to the outside. I got to stay connected.
Yankee, my son has been wanting to get that job for like 2 or 3 years now. He literally has it saved, and he shows me a couple times a year. That it's literally on his fucking. He's got his his future plans and careers and shit he's gonna do. That's literally on his list to do it. At least wants to have that as a profession, to climb that fucking tower like that. Yeah, that's yeah.
That must be one of the remote Colorado type towers, though. I'll say, because you don't get that much around here.
It's up above the clouds kind of tower. You know what I mean? It's a big fucking tower. Hot air balloon? Nope. Ain't fucking with it. I mean, if you keep it tied down, we can go up about 15 foot. But yeah, if you take me up higher than that, somebody's getting thrown out that bitch. I will freak the fuck out. Mm-mm.
You got to look up videos on remote tree cutting. Those are pretty wild. Remote linemen. Look up videos for remote linemen. Dude, they fly in on those fucking lines on helicopters.
Yeah,
and they get off and literally walk the lines that are charged and shit, dude. It's crazy as shit.
That's too much. Or those cats, they got to climb those giant fucking windmills and be out there on the top of that thing. That freaks me out. I want to have a heart attack just watching other people walk on that shit. I can't watch that kind of shit.
Dude, we do so much that and you don't ever. I think in general, everything's lost touch with the inner makings, of what keeps everything kind of, while it runs kind of shitty and shit goes out. And so it ain't like some well-oiled machine, but there's so many cogs to this wheel doing weird shit just to keep things going. And you learn as you go. I know at least out here on the rural area, you're always learning something, because like the last time this flood happened, well, we had never worked through literally the river and flooded areas with like barge cranes and barge saws and shit. That had never really been deployed down here, but we had to use them then because the lines actually crossed the river. And when that hurricane tore everything down, it was like a big can of pixie sticks. Mm. So it just kind of, you always adapt. The remote cutting, those crack me up, dude. They just fly around with fucking humongous chainsaw blades. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. Can you imagine an apocalyptic type thing dragging that down the street? The mob's gone now. What riot?
Exactly, G-Mall, Nana. Shit. Anybody who flies nowadays, fucking, you're gambling with your life. Way these fucking planes are having pieces fall off of them.
I ain't getting on a bus. I ain't getting on a fucking train. I ain't getting inside a plane. I probably wouldn't even go flying a fucking helicopter even right now, as much as I love them, just because I'm not sure that I would trust whoever's done the maintenance on that shit anymore. Everybody, that's, I said it before, I'll say it again. Everybody, we talk about how they thinned out the military. Well, with that whole forced vaccine shit, they also forced out a lot of the old maintenance crews that were maintaining so much shit. It's like that, that foundry, them compressors ran in that plant, or that foundry ran with that furnace. And it was that old crew that kind of knew all the right little sounds and twerks and twinks, and they're gone. And now all of a sudden you got some book learned little fucking rainbow hair dotted up shit, and it's like, oh, well, it says this. Well, that's not how it works. And next thing you know, plant blows up.
That's the future we got coming toward us.
That's the scary part, is that's the generation.
This country has promoted the buddy system in these workplaces too much, to where it's like, oh, we should be family, and then you see it's a lot of you people who work in these fucking minimum low wage jobs and shit, factories and shit. You see the buddy system. One worthless motherfucker will be put in place a line lead or manager, and then they'll bring all their own worthless fucking buddies in and give them the high positions, and everybody who actually does the work is just getting shit on nonstop.
Yep.
If you don't want to kiss their ass and go out drinking with them and shit, then you know what I mean. You're one of the. You know, that's all American work is anymore. It's a fucking buddy system, and the stupid people have whined enough that people got tired of hearing it, so they put them in positions of power, and then they brought all their other stupid, lazy friends with them. Now they run every fucking thing.
It's corporations and lobbyists. If I had to say what are the two top things nowadays, if I just, in general, can you know, what's two things that we ought to just address 100%, and that's get rid of the corporation, conglomeration, and the lobbyists.
See, I'm to the point now to where I think franchises should be limited to either a distance or to a number of stores. It makes no sense to have fucking 5,000 goddamn McDonald's all over this country. You know what I mean? Like
if you franchise, that'd be different though, Hutch. If you kept the franchise like just on a percentage level, so then if the main McDonald's, sure they're making bank, but it's whenever they get bought up because they're on the market. So then you got like the BlackRock, Vanguard, State Streets that come in and going, okay, well, we'll buy half of your shares, half of your shares, half of your shares. So now we have controlling shares. Well, then all of a sudden, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Jack in the Box, there's really no differentiation. And then these franchises really aren't franchises. They're just branches of them. But as long as you kept McDonald's just being accountable for McDonald's, man, you want to do a 60-40 type split, 70-30, whatever the franchise, kind of like what the old Domino's used to be. You used to could kind of buy into the Domino's franchise. So you ponied up some money. They backed you with the building plan and the furniture supplies. And then you kind of did a profit thing for a while, way back in the beginning. Well, that was one thing. But this corporation, see, it's like the Walmart, man. Walmart's used to really be extensions of those areas.
Right.
But now, with everything so corporate, they just ship people, dude. They ship people everywhere. So now you don't. That's why I laugh around here, because people go, oh, look, we got a Starbucks, because we finally did get a Starbucks, I think 2 years ago or some shit in that little town up there. And I'm like, so do you think that's going to be the same Starbucks as it was over there in the Woodlands that you've been drinking your little fancy shit from? Because it's not.
Right.
In case you ain't noticed the labor pool from around here, it's not like the most polite, courteous kind. So you're not fixing to get somebody that's going to be able to figure out how to do this job.
It's different from store to store, from shift to shift.
Yeah. It's kind of like back in the stealing days. People used to go, oh, well, Macy's won't rip you off. And it's like, no, it's not Macy's that's going to rip you off. It's the person standing behind that counter that had just racked your fucking credit card.
Right.
And that's who's going to jack you.
I remember those days with the ink paper.
They would just slide that extra piece right there and they'd rack it. They'd pull their little copy out, tear off yours. Here you go. Stick the other copy in the drawer and go, thank you. And then all of a sudden, in a couple months, you're going, where are all these charges right here?
Right.
Now it just got easy. Mayhem. What's up? Where you at now, Mayhem?
Remember, it wasn't but 10 years ago. People in California never even heard of a Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't too long ago. Now it's literally everywhere. You see, like, it's the customer service of a company. At least it seems like, if it's limited to a few states, you know what I mean, or a certain section of the country, to where it's that part of the country's culture is this, you know, store of whatever it is, restaurant, Walmart, whatever. The customer service seems to be a lot better. Once motherfuckers start expanding and try to go national, that's when everything seems to go to shit. Everybody tries to be too big. Give up customer service and actual quality for the sake of fucking a few extra dollars in your pocket. Makes no sense. But they're so ingrained now, like even Walmart can't shut down because it will cause a national emergency in most places that there's a Walmart, because they've killed everything else in that area. So they've themselves up to be guaranteed to be fucking bailed out by the government. If we fail, this whole county fails because they've got nowhere to go. They're poor. You know what I mean? They set it up like that on purpose. They'll be there forever. because they're needed, because they came in, took over everything. And now if they disappear, it's going to cost you too much money. You can't afford to live if you got to go somewhere else to get the same kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's too much.
Hey, Solomon. Well, yeah, because they're that it's going to make people wake up. It's like, and which around here, I gotta say, it would be a little bit of a shock for a while, hopefully, because it'd be all the latest people probably within the last 10 years that have moved up around here. But before that, I think you would then have most people they would relish going back to what it was, because everybody around here still talks about it. They still miss. We used to have a place called John's Supermarket, and it was a cool, friendly place. You got fresh veggies, stuff. We had a same name with the butcher shop. Man, you could just call them up and say, "Hey, I'm going to have a couple of people over. Man, can you do me some extra thick, T-bones or some ribeye or whatever?" And you'd get that good custom cut. You just had regular service. You hunt deer, you could actually take it up there. It wasn't just to somebody. You could take it up there. Hey, can you probably? Yep, we got you.
What up,
Walmart come in, and all of a sudden that you can't keep up. That gets shut down. We had mechanic shops, people that just knew how to good hands-on work. All of a sudden, nope. And what's sad is people around here that you've known for decades, they used to, you could see the quality of them have changed because they went to work for like Walmart and the automotive. Yeah. And all of a sudden they don't give a shit no more. And it's like, damn.
See, that's what it is. I preach it all day long. Shop local, shop local, shop local, shop local. Fuck a big box store. Go to Harry's Hardware. That kind of shit. But if their customer service does not match the level of respect that you want, fuck local. You earn you. I will support you. I'll pay that extra $1 as opposed to going 3 blocks up the road at Walmart and getting it to help you out, because you know what I mean. But if you're disrespectful or you're just here, blah, you know what I mean. If you don't care about my money, I don't care about keeping you in business. You know what I mean. So it's got to go local.
Some of your local just buys some of this bulk stuff, so it's not even really local. I've noticed that around here. There's been a few, and I don't know how I can, because I'm going to do this, and this sounds, I don't know, some shit I say doesn't get taken well on the internet. Around here, it's like there's been some city people that have come up and they're trying to act like they're the farm person, the homestead, the rural person, but they're really not. But because then you look at what they're selling and they'll like sell the honey, and you go, wow, that's funny. I didn't know. Because I'm kind of, for decades, we already know who kind of has most all of the beehives around here. Now, granted, sure, I could go get a beehive. But you look and then you realize because they got to show you the information if you dig. And all of a sudden you realize, you're just getting fucking China honey. And so you're getting a bulk honey from China, and you're putting it in these, and you're putting a little ribbon, and you're dressing it up like it's some kind of local honey, and it's not. That kind of does piss me off, I must say.
Yeah, you'll lose me real quick if I catch you doing some shit like that. Just like, you know what I mean? There's some shit that's just kind of blatant. Like, nah, fuck you. You're a scam artist, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that out, and I was like, ooh, that pissed me off. There's just nothing you can do about it other than just be pissed off.
Right.
We only get Rudy's honey anyway. Luckily, we already know who our local honey is because it's the same name as our dog. It's easy to remember. And we know right where they are. You should check out Cheyenne Mayhem. She's a little plump, but oh Lord. I'm not even sure where that came from. I was afraid to dig into that one. Eric says Walmart doesn't care about their employees or their customers. No, because they don't have to. When you think about it, when you really kind of look at it in a crude way, dude, they come in, you squash all the small businesses, so the area itself becomes reliant on you. And when you do that, the employees you have in that area are relying on you. Lost touch. Either the video was done or he just said to hell with it. I looked down, so I don't even know if he did that. Don't ask for it. All right, Miss Jane. Let's see. Oh, the box died. So he's back to doing stuff. So if you hear me hutch, roger that. The box died. I don't know what happened to Hutch. Yeah, his box died. Sorry, I'm lagging a little behind. I was looking, man. Well, actually, it looked like it might have lightened up on the. Did we lighten up? Yeah. Lightened up a little bit on the rain. Looks like the chickens come out their coop. What a shame. I know. What a shame. But hey, you know what? This might just be a good opportunity at 10 o'clock in the morning to go ahead and go fire up the oven and make some biscuits and sausage. Because while I still got power, might as well utilize it. Hey, y'all make your day a good day. I appreciate everybody being here. And I always do that if I ain't here tomorrow. But you know what? I think on the flooded situation and being the flood edition, I'm just going to go out with the breathing underwater. So, hey, I'm going to go grab me some grub. Y'all try to do something today. If you go by the store, pick up something extra.
These days, my
doing good, D-Dog. Doing good.
My family's a little more
Let's grow down yet. He's getting there.
Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this.
Hey, I'll check in with y'all after a while.
But if we tip on over,
Appreciate you.
We won't wash to the shore.
Take care, everybody.
We'll sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long we can breathe underwater. So tell him to bring it on. Now he's a big timer, but he's lost on the river never. Went without, never had them cold shivers. Had a silver spoon, always warm in the winter. Drive a fancy car, never had to kill a standard. No bloody hands, never really had a backbone. Never been too deep down the back road. Never showed no respect to a flagpole. Come on, city boy, just another punk asshole. Me and mine, we gon' make it through them dark days. Take your ass on back down to Parkway before you end up in the deep end where the hungry ass sharks stay. We go hard all day. Been here, done that, that's a given. Out back, guns out, country living. If you doubt that, find out, come and get it. We ain't going nowhere, but I'm about to go swimming. These days my guns stay loaded. My family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we won't wash to the shore. We'll sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on.
Won't you take me back to the old days? Just horses in a wagon, shotgun shells and wishing wells. And you could hear them pistols blasting. Better give them hell but live to tell. Let's write another chapter. We just want our country back and we gon' get what we after. In them pastures, in them fields, we the ones that keep it real. You come snooping around here, that'll probably get you killed. Cold steel under cold skies. A rebel soul from the old times like Jesse James and those guys. I'm watching you with both eyes. I ain't telling no lies. If you wanna come and get it, backwoods country living, shotguns guns and ammunition, whiskey drinking, steady sipping, saying to hell with the system. I've been living at the bottom, so I'm about to go swimming. Y'all can hate it or you can love it, but I promise we ain't budging. If them boys looking scared, someone probably told them we coming, so y'all better get to running, but don't head for them hills. That's where the hell we living. Round here we keep it real, boy.
These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't.
Hey, y'all make it a good day. I appreciate you sharing your Sunday with me. Everybody that came in late, got a little update at the beginning. I kind of just missed it. Doing good.
We've been here before, we can breathe underwater.
I'm gonna go get it for grub. Hey, if you get up to the store, don't forget, take that something extra if you got it. Got that extra money right at the moment. If it ain't getting you your head on a swivel. Stay aware. And make your day a good day. Choices up to you. Appreciate y'all. Hey, make somebody smile today. Peace.